scoops right to the line, and on the first down throw, goes down the middle, and it's a touchdown for Rylan Rodolunas. 13-0 lead on the board in the first quarter. Jackson again looking for fish, and this time the pass is on the money. St. John's Prep.
Wow.
This one's good! And intercepted by Anthony Caruso. And here he goes. The quarterback is on the loose. Four-man rush. Throws across the body. Looking for Peters. He's got him on the run. And look out. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Exeter. Blitz up the middle. This one intercepted. Picked off in the flat. It's Lynch. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good! He's got a first down and then some. He's got a first and right side. He's inside the 20, inside the 10. It's the Bolin. Great cut. He's going to turn on the Jets. Morrison again through the hole. Look out. On his first carry tonight, the junior Brooks Connors is gone. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Windham. Nick Anastas, Steve Bales with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. It's the Londonderry Lancers and the Windham Jaguars. Two teams, well, looking beyond this week, hoping to find out exactly where or if they'll be alive next week for the Division I tournament. Londonderry a win, and potentially you're in scenario. They would have to get a victory today, Steve, to earn the points necessary to possibly tie Nashua North, who right now is sitting in the 13th and final playoff spot. If you're Windham, you want to keep the party going.
Absolutely.
Having won 6 straight, a chance to close things out with 7 straight. A win today would catapult them potentially into the number 4 seed. So either way, they will be hosting a home game next week. So both teams with motivation here on the final Saturday of the regular season.
No question, Nick. And coming out of last night, the plot just got thicker. More. I don't recall a year where we've had so much of the last 3 weeks just off, who's in, who's out, and a lot of movement in the brag. Not just like people hanging out there and getting stale. There's people moving down. There's people moving up. I hope they never get rid of this because it makes it very exciting. On the coaches and team culture, you use bracketology as a motivator, but you never get obsessed with it. What you got to do is focus on the game plan, go out and win, as Londonderry comes out on the field now, Nick. This is a big game for both of these people. Leave all that stuff behind if you're the players and the coaches. Go out and win the football game. And there's just something about the flavor of this thing. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, this would probably be one of the few times in history where Pinkerton fans are at home hoping that Londonderry wins. How often you see that? One of their major rivals. It's a great rivalry, if not one of the greatest in the whole state. What a game we got before us. What a game we come out of last night. Who knows what's going to happen Monday morning here. Looking forward to it.
All right. Home team now taking the field, and you can see the band playing. It's a gorgeous Saturday afternoon, 55 degrees. The sun is out, barely a cloud up in the sky. A little bit of wind, but that should die off. Big crowd making their way in from the parking lot. Tailgate-like atmosphere here again at Windham. Of course, it's also Senior Day, as the large class of 2026 honored earlier today. We're going to come back. We'll have the anthem, we'll have the coin toss, and we'll have the game at the top of the hour. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy, or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Windham Wolverines youth program. Today is their day as they take the home field for the last time.
Well, we're back here in Windham, getting set for the kick between Londonderry and Windham. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals here with you. Lancers hoping to extend their season with a win today. Windham, of course, fighting for the number 4 seed. They will host a preliminary round next week. Either way, Steve, what are we watching for here? Two teams with a lot of similarities, for sure.
Londonderry hung around Bedford there for a half, and then all of a sudden it kind of slipped away in the game that they played against them previously. Wyndham pulled out a big game last week. We have that on our station. Good one to go watch. And here we are. As far as what I see, to me, Wyndham's offense is still struggling a little bit to find that final identity to get into ready for playoffs, but their defense is giving them opportunity after opportunity last week. They flow to the ball. They're fast. They are playoff ready. Be really interested to see which quarterback will wind up playing today as well as finishing the game. Coach Lee done a fantastic job here at Windham getting these guys ready. On the Londonderry side, this is really about where Londonderry is. They have a tendency when you get into these situations to come out like wildfire. I'm expecting them to be motivated today. It's a young team. There's a lot of young fellows in this team, but they got leadership from Adrian Cruz. This guy can take a game. They block for him today. He could get over 150 yards. If he does, I say Londonderry wins 130, 150 yards. If he's held under 75 or 80, then at that point, with this great Windham defense, at that point it's going to be really hard for them to pull this one out. But anything can happen. I don't have a margin in this game, quite frankly. You got a little bit of favoritism towards Windham because of what's gone on, the big win last week against Concord, but you really don't. This game is totally up for grabs here. I think we're going to know a lot by the end of the first quarter to see where these teams emotionally and system-wise they're at.
You mentioned senior running back Adrian Cruz. He's also one of the team's top tacklers. He's been a factor for the better part of the last 3 seasons, and has been one of the mainstays in the program under head coach Jimmy Lozon. Coach, a little more than a decade at the school. He's also the Lancers athletic director. And on the other sideline is first-year head coach Matt Lee, made his way over from Alvern last season. Speaking of Alvern, they're a playoff team. They got a win last night as the field pretty much has taken shape. Again, Nashua North right now, by my amateur calculations, is holding down the 13th and final spot with 56 points. As we know, the NHIAA tournament field determined not just by record, Steve, but by the points total as well. So strength of schedule is factored in there. Basically, it's 10 points for a win plus, well, how many wins your opponent has that you just beat times 2. So a little bit of math involved there. But bottom line, Londonderry with a win today on the road would tie Nashua North with 56 points for that final playoff spot. The two teams did not meet this season. So a third or fourth tiebreaker down the road, which I'm not sure what that is without prying through the rule book, would apply. But either way, Londonderry wins. They have hope. They lose, the season is over.
You laid it out perfectly, Nick. And what the big thing, what you said there, and I really like the way you kind of put that out there, that strength of schedule means something the way the NHIA's got this. And for a team like Londonderry, if you didn't have that, they probably don't have a chance at that point. They do because of that tremendous schedule they played, extremely difficult, almost all winning teams. And when I hope they don't change this because it gives teams that wind up playing tough team after tough team, an opportunity to make it. I don't know about you, Nick, but this, if you're a player, is perfect weather to play football because you don't perspire and overheat. It's cool, feels good to hit. These guys, I expect right out of the gate here on special teams that we're going to see it.
Sophomore kicker Owen Monahan got the ball placed on the tee on the far side hash. 40-yard line set to begin here. Londonderry in their road whites and Windham in their home navies. It's a short kick off the second bounce. It's fielded at about the Jaguar 40 and leaning up to the 41 is the return there. Good hand shown by Josh Trudell, the senior, one of the wide receivers, bringing it safely to the ground. So the offense onto the field. You mentioned two quarterbacks in the rotation last year or last game.
Yep.
For Coach Lee, that win over Concord a week ago. We were here. And both of them look pretty good.
And they each have great attributes of their own that they bring to the game. And Coach Lee has to look at what's the nature of what the defense is doing and how does that work, which quarterback makes it best for him to put in.
Out of the gun. Got a quick throw here from Adrian Bergman, the junior. He's going to get another start, but that one rides the wind a bit and off target, incomplete.
The play brings up second down.
So
we saw a
quick
lot.
2nd and 10 here.
Last night, folks, if you want to see a terrific game start to finish, we've had some doozies here last Friday night and last night. Check it out on our YouTube, folks, and you're going to see a great game there with Nashua South at Pinkerton. You talk about a hard-fought game, but you were talking, the wind was a factor in that game a little bit. A lot of balls sailing.
Yeah.
And
windy weekend.
Windy weekend for sure.
Statewide. And again, the wind continuing here. 55 degrees, but some gusts here. Right now, we've got a little bit of a lull. 4-man front for Londonderry on second down. And 10, the wingback is in motion. Bergman, handoff, and look out. That play blown up from the start. Darting into the backfield is Nathan Mumboy, a 6'4" junior who's come on really by the week here for Londonderry. Makes a tackle for a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, this has been a work in progress for Coach Lozon throughout the year. He's got his key guys that are mature and ready, have played a lot of varsity ball. But a lot of guys haven't on this football team. As you get to the end of the year, that can make a difference as they find their own place. And they themselves physiologically and psychologically develop in that sophomore and even the junior year working towards the end. Let's see how that works out as far as the depth in this team, but that looked really good.
Lancers hoping to force a 3 and out. Wyndham eyeing midfield. The first down stick is at the Londonderry 49. Bergman, plenty of time, going to step up but cannot escape. Taken down by the defensive end, Davis Majarian, one of those veterans. He's only a junior. He's had quite a year.
Yeah.
And he makes a tackle there at the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 12 coming in a punt likely for Wyndham.
How many times did you call his name in the Mac Black game, Nick? He was out. He's been on a roll for a long time. These two bookends here for Londonderry, very early, we know, but they look solid right now.
Yeah.
They're winning the battles individually.
Yeah, Majarian, a part of that team that went all the way to the state championship game a year ago.
Talk about stacking the line here, playing a lot of stunts.
Looking for the block,
yeah.
And that one barely got off. It's going to rocket around the sideline and knocked out of bounds where at about the 30-yard line, inside the 30. at about
Good
the
kick.
28. So, yeah, no return. And Londonderry will take over. An early win for the defense. And we get a look now at the offense here. Coach Lozon, known to get creative. Always had that balance, Steve, between running the football, spreading it out, and throwing it.
When he's in his zone, he manages a game as well as anybody in the state, Nick. He's fantastic at managing a game, knows when to call timeouts, has a real feel for the offensive relationship. We talk about the Billy Balls and we talk about the Coach O'Reillys. He's got that same type of chemistry with his quarterbacks and his offensive unit.
And he's got a good quarterback this year again, the junior, 6'1", Sullivan Duran.
There it is.
First down. And again, Windham able to get penetration up front. That's been a constant, according to Coach Lee, during this 6-game win streak. That defensive front, one of the best really in the division.
Yeah, we saw that was a slip, though. He never even got tackled, Nick. He went down right at the line of scrimmage. We saw this around between the 20 and 30 last week around the hash marks. Kind of dicey out there, and we saw a lot of slips last week, last Saturday. And be interesting to watch how that develops today. The ground just gets soggy, and there's just nowhere for it to go.
Loss of 1, second down and 12. Empty set here. Man in motion is Cruz. They fake to him. They keep it with Duran, and he lost the ball.
Yes.
Wyndham says they have it. The officials trying to find exactly who has the football. It is the Jaguars. So an early turnover. And a celebration along the home sideline as that ball came out and was recovered at the line of scrimmage at the 28.
We didn't really have a chance to go over keys, Nick, but turnovers in games like this, obviously, this is kind of like a playoff game, really. It's like a preliminary game. It has so much meaning to it. When you get a turnover this early, just sets the stage. Windham loses momentum, has to kick it away, and then this defense just continually over and over and over gets the ball back for their offense. Let's see what they can do. They're deep into the Londonderry zone here.
Short field. 1st and 10 from the Lancer 28. Just 2.5 minutes gone by. If you're just joining us, Windham a 3 and out, then Londonderry a lost fumble. They go to Brealey. They pitch it. Wide receiver with eyes downfield is going to throw, and a catch is made at the 20. Some trickery. Bergman, the quarterback, with the reception, but there's a flag down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. I don't think it's what I saw. I saw the receiver push the coverage guy literally from the back out of bounds there. So, but it wasn't called. I'm not sure if it's that or not, but the flag was thrown. It looks like some infraction more over to that way. We'll see. Illegal man
downfield. So one of the linemen
must
strayed downfield.
So hard not to do when you've got that much time, and then you got to be. It's going to pass. It seemed like the pass was on a long delay, so eventually they're just going to turn upfield. And the officials were right on it.
So the football spotted back at the 33-yard line after the 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
And the Jaguars go back to square one. Folks continuing to file in here. Again, very pleasant afternoon.
It is.
Some folks are seated on blankets on the hilltop here in front of us. We're on the roof of the press box. And that tailgate area in the parking lot is still buzzing. On first down, the handoff goes awry.
They got it back.
And the Jaguars are lucky that the running back, Brealey, is able to bounce on it at the 35-yard line. Only a loss of 2 there, but boy, some of these things both ways need to be cleaned up early.
You're going to see Brandon Dyer here. He jumps on it. He thinks he's got it, and it just kind of slipped away and flipped out. And good effort there. Staying focused on the play, and Windham able to recover, if you will.
Yeah, Johnny on the spot. Michael Brealey, the junior. Right place, right time. So the drive continues, but still second down, a long 17 here. And in motion, Bergman going to backpedal. He's got a screen done here. Brealey with some room at the 30. Jump cut 25, alive at the 20. And is taken down from behind after crossing the 15.
Well orchestrated play right there. You're going to see it here. Well, I really like the way Bergman looked to his right and kind of froze. Watch him just when he catches the snap here. He looks quickly downfield and then waiting for the perfect time to throw the pass, and a nice downfield block there. I couldn't get the number, but
in the end, a 25-yard pickup through the air from Bergman to Brealey. And now a 1st and 10 on the way from the 13. Bergman calls his own number, goes up the middle, lowers the shoulder at the 10, pushes the pile down to the 8-yard line.
Number 17,
For a gain of 5. No nonsense on that call
Brings
from
up
Coach
second
Lee.
down.
Tackle made again by the defensive end, Nathan Mbui. So a 2nd down and 5 here. Windham trying to strike first, nearly 5 minutes into the game. Football at the 9-yard line. So officially a 4-yard pickup, but either way, Windham looking good here following the fumble recovery. Drive starting back at the 28. Bergman with Brealey to his right. Londonderry brings extra man off the near edge, and rolling forward is the quarterback. Down about 6, so a gain of 3 and a 3rd down and short coming up.
we've seen a lot of this stuff going on where it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. A lot of good defensive work we've seen the last couple of weeks at the line of scrimmage. A lot of 4th and 2s, 4th and 3s. Defense the last 2 or 3 weeks of the games that we've done have just been fabulous. Windham last week, we saw it with Nashua South and Pinkerton. They had their times last week. We saw it with Memorial and Pinkerton the week before.
Right.
It's been really solid defense at critical times. Winning the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 3. Bergman back to the gun. And again, Brealey is the lone back.
Ooh.
Movement from Londonderry, and here come the flags.
Yep. I don't believe he was drawn. I believe that was a neutral zone infraction, Nick. I could be wrong. I didn't see any movement.
Well, players for both teams pointing at
Of
one
course.
another. And we'll see what the officials have to say. Wyndham's backing up a bit. Londonderry's clapping their hands. There's a few Lancer fans here, by the way, who made the short drive along Route 102.
It looks like it will be against Windham. I thought it was an encroachment. No, it is. Okay. I didn't see anybody move. So, on the offensive
Well, this
line.
will be interesting because the football is at the 7-yard line.
So it'll be 3.5, right?
And that's what they need for the first down. So let's see.
Oh, that's a good point.
They're
Yeah.
going to go ahead and just say 1st and goal.
Yep.
Okay, so the football at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for
Big
Windham.
penalty right there. That hurts. Have an opportunity there with was that 3rd and 3.5, and now all of a sudden 1st down on the 3.5-yard line. So that's a big one right there. So difficult. You want to earn, you want to get in the backfield, you want to make a play, but
not too often a 3-yard penalty will cost you a 1st down, but it does here. 1st and goal. Windham trying to light up the scoreboard early. And off to Brealey, right side on 2nd effort. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. That's the junior Michael Brealey. Had a good game last week in the win over Concord, and he's got the home team on the board first, 6-0.
What I really like is what he does with his upper torso, Nick. He watch him when he moves through the line here. He steps aside, but never loses that forward progress. Good when you get inside the 20. You want to use good, small, hard, direct steps, power steps to get the ball moving. As soon as he sees open space, he's got great vision. Nice running, good offensive line work there and that's a good sign for Windham when the offensive line's working for him. They need that today.
Extra point attempt is blocked.
Big play.
One of the Lancers got a hand on it. That may have been Lucas Palma, the 5'9 senior. We'll look on the replay. Either way, extra point try blocked and no good, so it stays. 6-0, just past the midway point here, first quarter.
All promulgated by a turnover, Nick. Londonderry held them. You get a kick downfield. They hold them back, and Londonderry fumbles on their 30-yard line, and just a systematic drive down the field. That little point there, they'd like to have, I'm sure, in games like this, always means something towards the end of the year. You really want to clean that stuff up. But look to me, Nick, like somebody penetrated and got up in the air with a hand. So give Londonderry credit, not just sitting there making it, an everyday event. They were going after it. So
special teams win for the Lancers. It stays 6-0.
87 was on the block. Got that from the studio there.
That doesn't surprise me. The 6'4" Davis Majarian, the junior. So, Windham take advantage of the lone turnover. And now it's Londonderry's turn early here to respond. This one is kicked over the head of the return man, rolls into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Lancers ran just 2 plays on their first possession before a fumble by the junior quarterback Sullivan Duran was recovered by Windham at the Lancer 28.
One thing we clearly see here that Windham, give them credit here, a 1 on the punt. They punted out of bounds down the inside the 30-yard line to the 28, and then on the kickoff, no return. So 2 kicks here, 2 special teams plays, no returns.
Right.
I know that's right in Coach Lee's mind. You do not want Adrian Cruz and the runners to be running that ball back, and it's And
on Coach Lozon's side, he's got the blocked extra point early. So both teams looking at the special teams category with emphasis this afternoon. Cruz in motion, 1st and 10 from the 21. Duran is going to put Cruz back in motion near side, fake the handoff, and get tackled in the hole. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, defense is motivated right
now.
Some
big motivation from Joseph Estrella Jr., the junior, with his first tackle.
Well, Nick, you called his name quite a bit last week, too. This kid's on a tear. Good-looking ball player, high emotion. If you're going to play defense, play with high emotion. Estrella does that. I also like his technical capability. He's built low to the ground. Wouldn't be surprised if he's a wrestler because he plays like a wrestler. Very, very low.
And a key piece to this Jaguar defense.
And have an impact.
Excellent all season. Forcing here an early 2nd down and 9. Duran, handoff this time. It is Cruz, and he's going to lean forward up to about the 25.
Yeah, there's another guy, 51, done a heck of a job.
Takes Robert Durkin with him.
Yep. How many times you call him last week? He was a regular. He was just in the game. Arguably, probably one of the most impactful players of the game last week against Concord. He's off to a good start today.
He had a takeaway last week in that win over the Crimson Tide.
Yep.
And in one game, Steve, earlier that we covered, he had 4 sacks, I believe, against Salem.
It was.
But either way, he's been a star really all season long for Windham. And again, he's one of...
Salem did okay last night.
Yep.
And Steve Abraham, team was kind of struggling mid-season there a little bit, and they are roaring right now. So
yeah, they're on a win streak. Windham trying to keep their win streak alive with a victory today. It would be 7 straight. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, Duran on the scramble has got the first as he's over the 30 up to the 32. Key play there as the quarterback makes it happen with his legs. He's been one of those dual threats for Coach Lozon.
And making it happen with ball security with 2 arms wrapped around that ball like he just took a loaf of bread out after not eating for a day. He held on to that thing tight, and they understand ball security. You cannot have another giveaway here in their own zone.
8-yard pickup and a 1st down. Now Duran dumps it off to Cruz. He's got room near side across the 40, lowers that shoulder and delivers the boom out to the 46. That's a 13-yard pickup and a Lancer 1st down.
And Cruz is feeling good about that run right there, Nick. Another emotional player gets up, waves the finger a little bit. These guys are competitors. They're going at it and say, you didn't get me that time. Get ready for more.
Yeah, this could be Cruz's final football game. Again, he's been in that mix for Coach Lozon. He's played in 2 state championship games. And he has been the workhorse back out of the backfield this season by and large, including again today. A couple of carries, his first catch a moment ago. On 1st and 10, Duran with real estate to his left across midfield and taken out of bounds. And about the Windham 48-yard line, tackle there out of the Jaguars secondary by Brady Clementi, the senior.
Yeah, Duran running a little bit protective there, Nick. He had the blocks ahead of him, had the seal inside, had the kick out on the further down the field. He's got to accelerate into that open space there. He kind of just slowed down. Okay, I'll take this. But if it's there, it's high school football. If you're a quarterback, you got to take it in high school. And I think he's just so into ball security right now. He's kind of spending the extra resources that he has into protecting it, which I get. But now once you get out midfield, let it all hang out.
Trying to shake off that early lost fumble on the opening drive for Londonderry that set up Windham with a short field. Jaguars cashed in ultimately with a Michael Brealey touchdown. 2nd down and 4 inside of 3 minutes first quarter. And Londonderry will stay with the QB. And he's close to a first down.
Close. I think he's a little short, Nick.
Maybe a little shy at the 45. It looks like 3rd and 1 coming up. Yep. By the way, Duran has been actually the lead ball carrier so far in this first quarter for the Lancers.
Yeah, well, that gives him an opportunity to get another blocker out there in front of him. And he's running methodical, but start accelerating through that hole full speed. He's going to be surprised how much open space he's got, because he's got up front blocking right now for Londonderry. They got it going on right now. Much better than the first possession.
Unofficially, the junior quarterback, Duran, 4 carries, 17 yards. He's been steady. Can he get one more here to extend the drive? He ends off instead to Cruz, and he's across left guard for a first down.
Cruz is money in those situations. He knows how to slip his body to the side of the initial impact, and he knows when he needs a yard how to get it done.
Estrella.
That's an art in itself.
Sorry, Steve. Estrella, another tackle.
That doesn't surprise me either. Comes up very, very well. It's a great linebacker core that the Jaguars have there, Nick. They flow to the ball extremely well. They read their keys extremely well. They tackle well. They also support one another well. They don't stop running till the whistle, because you never know when a guy's got a guy half in the grasp. They come right in and finish.
I was about to say, even under the previous regime, Coach Jack Byrne here for a long time, better part of a decade, they were always one of the better teams in pursuit.
No question.
Meanwhile, Durkin racks up his second tackle, undercutting Cruz along the sideline, shy of the 40-yard line. And it looks like 2nd and 7 coming up.
Was it Foss last year and the year before?
Goss.
Yeah, what a player he was. Sorry about that. I know you, my man. You were something to watch last 2 years. I hope he's doing well.
Meanwhile, Cruz picks up 3 there. And we bring the clock down to a minute to go. You hear the Jaws music in the background.
Yep,
It's been a staple
I like that.
Here with Windham. And seemingly appropriate on Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
First day of November. You can see in the backdrop the foliage is in full swing here in southern New Hampshire. On 2nd down, stretch run for the receiver, and this is going to lose yardage. Well, he ran out of real estate there. Devin Van Avery, the junior, couldn't find the edge. It's a loss of 1, 3rd down and 8 coming.
Couldn't find the edge because of number 27, Brady Clemente. Watch this containment on the outside. It doesn't get any better. Look at that. Right in position to shut it down, and then he's got great support from his linebacker and cornerback coming in. This defense flows extremely well. These guys are properly trained. Lanes of, they shoot vectors, they go full speed, and they know the angle of attack they need to go, each of them, to close off the runner's lane.
See if Londonderry gets a playoff here in the waning seconds.
Yeah, too aggressive there.
Estrella jumps, and I think the junior linebacker knew it.
Well, he plays with intense emotion, and he knows it. He knows it. He'll fix it. And he gets a little support there from.
Excellent game management by Duran as well at the end of the quarter.
Very well.
To get Windham to jump. So it looks like a 5-yard penalty on the way against the home team.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to contain it. Aggression, you got to keep it to the max, but it's got to be contained within the dial. You can't go over 10. As soon as you go over 10, that's trying to do too much. You cost your team. We saw a lot of penalties last night that were very costly to the Astros.
Meanwhile, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but the quarter cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Cannot.
So there's zeros on the clock. 3rd down and 5 coming up, and Londonderry is basically going to get a free play here at the end of the quarter.
Well, they're going to now. He's telling them to wind it and let it go. I'm confused here, Nick.
So am I.
I think you're right. I thought the same thing that you thought.
Your score, Windham 6.
So maybe there was some time left, maybe less than a second, but either way, we're going to go to the second quarter and flip ends of the field. 6-0 Windham through 12 minutes in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. We're presented by Beals Insurance.
Be sure to stop by for a quick snack.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471 888-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you here on the final weekend of the regular season. Windham, a 6-0 lead over Londonderry in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. The Jaguars hoping to win their 7th straight. A win would put them at the number 4 seed. They would host a preliminary round game next weekend. Whereas Londonderry, they need a win to even have a shot of getting in to next week's 13-team field. 6-0 Jaguars. They took advantage of a Londonderry lost fumble in that first quarter. Michael Brealey scored a 3-yard touchdown. Both teams have been able to move the football so far, and Londonderry facing a 3rd down and 5 here as we see Coach Lozon having a word with the officials.
I thought the down marker would be another 2 yards forward. I'm a little confused of why it's there. I'm probably wrong, but in my head when I looked out there, I'm wondering if that's what Coach Lozon is asking. Because I thought it would be just this side of the 35, Nick, of the left side, the Londonderry side. I think that it's going to stay right where it is. Okay.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 sounds about right.
Does it? Okay.
And that's where we are here as we get a handoff for Cruz. The Londonderry senior to his right is facing a pack of wolves as Windham again swarms the football. 5, maybe 6 Navy jerseys in the area. Estrella there again. And no gain for Cruz, 4th down.
One of the things about the defensive line of Windham and the linebackers of Windham, Nick, both of them do not give up their hips down the line. They stay square, and they keep the separation from the offense. It makes it very difficult for a runner to find an overcommitted defender to be able to slide through. And then they swarm to the ball at the same time. They get to their position quickly so they can be in good football position to make tackles. They're very well coached.
Coach Lozon going to go for it. 4th down and 4. The first down stick is at the 33.
Why not, really?
Duran looks at Coach Lozon.
Change up here.
And the two are in conversation. We may see an audible. Cruz stays as the pistol back. And there's 2 tight ends right side. Now we get a throw left side and a catch made.
He's gone.
And Londonderry is going to tie the game with a touchdown. It's Devin Van Avery able to strike from 38 yards out. Duran puts it on the number. We've got ourselves a 6-6 tie.
You live and you die, Nick, by going for the interception rather than the body. In that situation, that was all about going for the interception, hands up in the air. When you're alone with the receiver, he was the only one that was behind it. Everybody else was further behind. You got to take the body in that situation, give up a little bit. Big receiver, good pass by Duran, very good pass, and a good grab as well, and takes it to the house.
So Van Avery ties the game, and the extra point from the sophomore is going to give Londonderry the lead as Owen Monahan splits the uprights. Lancers cap off a lengthy drive that began midway through the second quarter at their own 20-yard line. All in all, nearly 7 minutes, Steve, and 80 yards put together on that drive.
Yeah, there was actually another tackler coming in and ran right by the receiver. He's got to be the guy that takes the body there, Nick. Just kind of a mix-up, and it cost him a touchdown. But give Londonderry credit on that drive. They've done a nice job working the ball downfield. Had the benefit of a 3rd down penalty that got them closer to the sticks, which changes up the whole defensive responsibility depth of plays that they have to cover when it's close. They got to cover the run and the pass. Down and distance means something on 3rd down, and that was a painful penalty. And look at now, you got Londonderry up 7-6. Both teams playing good defense overall, but between a turnover on Londonderry's part and I'm going to say, not strategically sound defensive play from the defensive backfield there, has got this game pretty much locked here, 7-6.
Interesting kick coverage formation here from Londonderry as we get Monahan's kick. This one up in the sky. It'll be pulled in at about the 16-yard line. Return up the middle, and a good one for Windham's Thomas Sylvain, the senior. He's all the way up to the 40. So good starting field position for the Jaguars. I guess 38. But either way, Windham trailing for the first time this afternoon, 7-6 with a minute gone by second quarter.
Well, one of the things you do if you're a kick returner, you get the ball cleanly, you look upfield and you look for some sort of a wall off that you can slide past on the big game. If it's not there because all of the strikers coming down are playing their proper angles of attack, you just go right up the gut, and that's exactly what he did, kept the ball secure and got his team up to the 38-yard line.
3 receivers set on first down. Bergman, a long count, takes the snap, hand to Breeley, and he's in
nice
trouble.
Job.
Met
Flag
at the line of scrimmage, and yes, sir, a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Londonderry again with a gang tackle on the edge as the Lancer defense rallies to the football. Let's see what the penalty is here.
Well, if that's a hold, Nick, it didn't help much. If it's not a hold, it could be anything. Londonderry's clapping. He thinks it's on the other side. So it very well could be. Yep, it's a hold.
Flag is holding on the offense.
Third penalty against Windham.
Well, you get good field position. You don't really want to lose that. It's going to put him back at the 28-yard line here. It is first down, but it is 20 yards to go. Costly penalty. You can see Londonderry feeling you can feel the Lancers, Nick, just kind of digging in here, getting a little bit of a groove. At least they feel that way. Wyndham's got to do something to take that momentum that they had in the first quarter there back because they were playing really, really well. A good offensive drive here is
much needed.
Much needed, and it can just change the dynamic of the game.
2 receivers each side, 4-man front for Londonderry. Bergman takes a low snap on second down, and we have a drop pass along the sideline. Brandon Jacobs, who's been outstanding this season on the perimeter, took his eye off that one, and a second down and 20.
Yeah, one thing you're seeing with Windham right now, Nick, a little bit of lack of execution. They've got to start focusing on one play at a time, making sure they're doing their job. He started running upfield. The eyes were upfield before he caught the ball. Good pass there. I can't keep up. I assume that's Bergman that's still in the game.
Bergman has been the starter today.
Right.
So far has played the entirety of the snaps.
But you get a hold
for Windham.
Hold, lack of execution. You get that play, and you get the defensive backfield play. Got to get things turned around here because Londonderry can score quickly if you don't.
Facing a 2nd and 20. Lancer showing a blitz. And look out.
Yeah.
Another flag here.
Yeah.
This one blown dead.
I believe it's a false start. It is. Yeah, this is what happens in games where things start individually, one play at a time. Losing that sense of execution and focus might not be a bad time for coach to call a timeout if this stuff continues because you want to get these guys back mentally into the game, and nobody better do that for them than Coach Lee.
2 minutes in, second quarter.
Because this is just too many things that have gone awry here in a short period of time.
4 penalties in this first half, 2 of them on this drive for Windham.
Yeah. Well, you can get into a funk as well, Nick, where you just start thinking, well, you need someone, you need the coach or the captains to bring you back into line here. Let's see what they can do. It's a long way.
Need a big play on 2nd and 25. Bergman, handoff, Breeley up the middle, and he'll get some positive yardage through the hole. Wrapped up around the ankle by Brandon Dyer. He's been Johnny on the spot for Londonderry with a team-high 3 tackles.
Yep.
Still third down and long. Lancers with a 7-6 lead. Got it on a big pass play earlier in the second quarter. Sullivan Duran to Devin Van Avery from 38 yards out.
Nice play.
Of course, the Jags got on the board first with a 3-yard touchdown from Michael Breeley back in the first quarter.
You know, Nick, this is some of the best speakers. I could sit down that thing all afternoon and listen to some good tunes. It's clear as a bell.
Yeah, just a few feet off 2 hour left.
Nice facility here.
Third down and 22. Bergman under pressure, escapes to his right, looks to maneuver along the sideline and is tripped up at about the 30, a gain of 3 there. So a win for the Lancer defense, 4th and a mile and a punt on the way.
And let's as you just saw, Adrian Cruz is not just valuable on offense, Nick. He's a great defender as well, and he played Bergman, had that outside control, had to force him inside. Bergman goes, he trips him up. Nice open field tackle right there. Going to help get his team back the ball here. Wind, I think, is going against them, it appears right now. So it's going to be interesting to see where they get for distance on this kick.
We've seen a strong breeze.
He did everything he needed to do right there. That's a heck of a kick right there.
Line drive punt, nobody back deep for Londonderry. This one rolls dead at about the 31-yard line. So, Londonderry with the football here. 3.5 gone by, second quarter, a 7-6 lead on the board for the Lancers. Again, things murky. With a win, Londonderry would be, at least in the conversation, tied for that 13th and final tournament spot. Tiebreakers would determine their fate at that point. Windham, we know they'll be back on this field next week either way in the preliminary round, but a win would put them as high as, well, 4. Right now they're in the 6th spot. There's some strange point rating systems and applied tiebreakers. Of course, they did not play head-to-head this season. Meanwhile,
look at Cruz.
Cruz spins out of a sticky
Still
situation, breaks a tackle across the 40.
What a player.
Finally up to the 45, the 46 in the end. That's a 14-yard.
Number 23, Adrian Cruz on the carry.
That's all hot there, Nick.
Yeah, Cruz. He's going to leave it all on the field as we expected, Steve, and there's a prime example on that run.
He looks indestructible, Nick, when he runs like this. He's running. You used the word lately, violent. I agree with you. This is a violent run as well. Taking on guys right with his left shoulder. Look at him run upfield. 1, 2, third run. Wow. This guy's a winner. He comes to win every single week. That's a big play right there because it gets him towards midfield, and it just emotionally gets everybody jacked up.
Big first down run and a 14-yard pickup for Cruz. That's his longest run of this first half. Over 4 minutes gone. Second quarter, they go back to Cruz, sidesteps to the right and leans up to the 48. Tackled there by Anthony Menina, excuse me. One of 2 Meninas up front for Windham.
Yeah,
if 3 there on the spot to the 49.
If you're Windham right now, you've got to allocate resources against number 23. Don't be afraid. Make somebody else beat you, not Adrian Cruz, because if he gets in the open field, he's really dangerous. So if I'm Windham, I'm looking at maybe putting a little extra effort into stopping him and controlling him, whether it be a linebacker that just trails him or whatever. Make somebody else have to beat you. Because right now, he's driving the football team with his offensive line in front of him.
Second down and 7. 4-man rush. Duran going to air it out deep down the middle, and he overshoots the target. Incomplete. Jackson Real, the freshman.
Yeah,
he may have had the step there, but again, that one sailed a bit with the wind, so we got a 3rd and 7 facing Londonderry.
Good point. Sailed with the wind, but also slowed down the middle part of his route. You got to believe in your quarterback. It's your job to go full speed on those deep routes. And look to me, Nick, and they'll work on that. You see that in film. You work on it. That's all it's all about. Get better. He's clearly got the tools as a good athlete. Just got to know that if your quarterback throws it short, it's not your fault. He's going to lead you like that. You got to go get it.
Lancers looking for the Jaguar 44. That's where the first down stick is. Duran.
Good defense.
Going to see the walls come tumbling down as he's sacked back at the 47-yard line. A number of Jaguars are there, including Durkin.
Yeah, I've always gone with the attitude, Nick. When a guy is all amped up like that, give the ball to Cruz at least every other play. Give him to him a couple times in a row. They kind of went away from Cruz, and now they're in a situation, Nick, where they got 4th down and 9. I assume they're going to punt here. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So give the Jaguar defense the once again, so many times, their team needs it right now, and they're going to get the ball back for them. So great job.
Both defenses have looked good in this first half as we hit the midway point of the second quarter. Sack there for Durkin, 4th down and 9. A punt from Londonderry junior Bradley Higgins is fielded inside the 25 by the punt returner Alexander Blanco. That's Lucas Palma. Finally taken down by Lucas Palma at the 24-yard line. So Windham trailing here 7-6, trying to find a spark here on offense. Their previous drive was derailed by a number of penalties.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the offense that has got to get going. We saw this last week against Concord. They were able to do enough, but the defense is a big factor in the scoreboard in that game last week, Nick. Yeah. This offense has got to start working and got to start contributing points. It just got to take it one play at a time. Short passes.
On 1st and 10, Bergman Hand off Brealey, right side, meets Majarian at the line of scrimmage and turns his back to the defense. Is pushed down at about the 26, a 3-yard gain. And a second down and 7.
One of the things that happens, Nick, when an offense starts struggling is it's taking – always look all the time as an offensive coach, are they getting through the line of scrimmage quickly and crisply? And it doesn't look that way. It looks like there's a little bit of delay, and those offensive linemen can hold those defensive linemen off only for so long. So you want to start quick hitting through the hole, getting positive yardage, moving the sticks, play actioning out of that, forcing the defensive backs and linebackers to take step outside and back, and that's where your running game can really take over from there. They're not really getting it done right now. There's just a lot of time taken on these running plays to get through the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 7. Bergman on the rollout.
Nice pass.
Yep. He's got Jacobs, who breaks a tackle, and a first down on the sideline.
Yeah, he was out of bounds, I think, already, Nick.
Yeah, he stepped out, then the ball came out. Big gain there for Jacobs on his first catch.
Well-run play right there. Bergman's very good when he throws it quickly. He rolls out, does a good job throwing those out passes on the line, and a nice pass route and a good button hook, turning around, good timing. That timing there is the kind of short passes they want. I love the idea. We saw in the Salem game, Nick, Bergman getting outside a lot, rolling him out, both sides, weak side, strong side, and he just seems like a really good athlete to get out in open space because he can run the football heavy as well.
That's a 19-yard completion, second completion of this first half for Adrian Bergman. Coming up at 5 minutes to go before the break. Bergman on first down.
There you go.
Yep, finds some room to his right and leans up to midfield.
Getting that man off tackle either side, getting through the hole quickly like that. That was quick hit to the line on the fake. You can play action out of that, or you can just offset run him outside of the hash marks, and he's solid when he runs a football, and he's not an easy guy to bring down, as we've seen, when he gets open field.
Joe Strong was up to the task, the 5'8 senior in the area there for Londonderry, but a 6-yard pickup officially for Bergman. And a second down and 4 from the Lancer 49. Jaguars took advantage of a Londonderry turnover in the first quarter. Set up a short field, and they cashed in with a 3-yard touchdown from Michael Brealey. Lancers took the lead with a long pass play. 38-yard hookup between Duran and Van Avery. That was earlier in this second quarter. Meanwhile, a second down and 4, and a little bit of a delay here as the officials are going to force Jacobs, I believe, off the field. He may have an equipment issue. It's the junior wide receiver.
Oh, that's what that was about. I was wondering.
He's got to get something checked out there on the sideline. So now ready to resume here, second down and 4.
Clock ticking.
Yep, inching towards 4 minutes here. It's been a quick moving first half.
Sure has.
Handoff, Brealey, and he's in trouble and dropped. Nathan Mabui. Boy, Steve, he's looked good here. 3 tackles, 2 of them in the backfield.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was just going to say the same thing, Nick. He's really checking in today. I don't know what happened with the right side of the line there. The left side offensively, from the offense perspective, really broke down. All kind of came into a wash down towards the tackles, and there was nobody there, and then the run goes there. So some miscommunication at least.
I think so.
And again, taking forever to get to the line of scrimmage. You just can't. The blockers just cannot hold them for that long.
They lose 4. It's 3rd down and 8. Another chance here for the Londonderry defense to get off the field.
Yep.
After Windham had a clear time of advantage.
Oh, boy.
Time of possession advantage in the first quarter. Things have kind of evened out here in the second. Meanwhile, we have a flag.
What do you think this is, Nick? I don't know if he lined up off sides or there's a substitution issue. I don't know. Pick up the flag. Yeah, it must have been a substitution thing. And
so no foul in the end.
Yep. And good communication.
Ready to go here. 3rd down and 8. Meanwhile, that clock is still ticking.
Yep.
Down to 3:20 here. Bergman, quick throw, puts it in the air, and it's intercepted. Javion Teeter, the pick at midfield, the senior, waiting for that one to come down. Right place, right time, and another takeaway here for Londonderry.
Yeah, Bergman did this a little bit last week. All of a sudden, he's running great. He's doing good things. And then he'll just make a pass like that. Triple coverage here, Nick. Watch this. And the ball was literally sailing right there. I mean, double coverage, even so. And just a breakdown there. Again, we saw, I believe, at least once last week we saw the same kind of scenario where they start rolling, moving the football, and then just kind of work away from their strengths and go to things that keep running. If you're running down the field, keep going after it.
Instead, it's 1st and 10 for Londonderry. They're going to set up a screen here to the receiver, Braden Ayers, and he's out of bounds in Windham territory at the 40. That should be a gain of 11.
Well, I think
it is a first down.
I think number 50 made that block, Nick, that just opened that up. Pretty sure it was number 50. Nice job in the pocket by Doran. Good vision there. Didn't give the play away. Didn't give the pass away. Was looking downfield and then runs a quick out pattern. Gets a good block. Kind of a semi of a seal. Kind of going to seal block. Going inside. And he runs right for daylight. Yep. Gets out of bounds before the tackle.
Added up. It's 11 and a first down. Third completion for Sullivan Duran. Now on 1st and 10. Handoff to Cruz. Trying to find a crack up front, but nothing happening. He's pushed down at about the 39-yard line. As Windham has 2, maybe 3 players, including Estrella and Durkin in the area again. Give Durkin the credit. He's got 3 so far. Make it 4 now in this first half.
Yeah, the off tackle on the initial lane that they're running, the initial hole, the off tackles look like the best place for Londonderry to run here, Nick. They're kind of the defensive ends are doing a great job with containment. I think you may see them, if they have seen this, you may see them go off tackle here. There's the kick out. Yep, there it is right there. Yep.
It's a nice right side run for Cruz. And he swims downstream to about the 32-yard line, a little shy of that first down marker as Wyndham's Liam McGrail was there for the tackle. It's 3rd and 2 on the way.
Well-executed play. Instead of trying to go the inside or go sweep out, Nick, you could just see the off tackle that they were leaving themselves open to get blocked inside. And that's it. Who ran that ball right there?
It was Cruz.
That was Cruz, okay.
6 more to his total. He's been busy.
I was looking at the
lines.
lines.
In this first half. 7 carries and a catch.
Let's see if they go to the other side. Really, Jimmy's been attacking the right side a lot. Let's see if he goes left here. What's going on? Timeout?
Not seeing a timeout yet. Both teams still with 3 remaining. It's an official issue.
Yeah. Yeah, they're stacking the right side now. Let's see if they go left.
Yeah, there's double tight end right. Windham threatening to blitz. And we may see an audible here.
Yeah, Jimmy, if he sees this, he's going to bring him over. He's going to try to wide open here, the left-hand side. Let's see if he attacks it.
Ayers comes to the near side, and now again Duran looking over his right shoulder at Coach Lozon. Windham crowding the line of scrimmage. Long count, and now we get the Lancer timeout. It comes with 2:18 to go, second quarter. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry, now in Epping as well. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TK QB Academy. Be the best QB that you can be. Call Trevor Knight at 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. Visit AccurateTree.com for a free estimate. And finally, by Jewett Construction, planning, architecture, construction management. Come join us to build something great at JewettConstruction.com. You can also learn more about their trades scholarship program. 3rd down and 2. Londonderry trying to build on a 7-6 lead before halftime, and this ball is incomplete as Duran was hurried there by Durkin. The pass hits the grass in the flat, and now Coach Lozon faces a 4th down and 2.
Well, there's a perfect example of why Durkin is so good. When they release him to blitz, Nick, he knows the exact lane to take. And that was a great job by Doran, by the way, of just throwing it down towards the receiver in the ground for no interception. That was never meant to be received, just meant to get to the next play. So that's one thing you like in a quarterback is recognize when there's no good, don't take a big loss. get rid of the football safely into the ground, and move on to the next play.
Got to make the play here. 4th down and 2. First down stick at the 30. Windham looking to force a turnover on downs. 2:15 to play before halftime.
Big play here.
3 receivers again. Tight end is right side. Ayers in motion. They keep it with
Great
Duran.
job.
He is stuck.
What a great job. Who is that crawling there? That's number 66, it looks like,
Parker Francis, the senior. One of the class of 2026 to be honored on senior day before the game. Francis makes maybe the biggest play of the first half.
Francis was huge on that play. Comes in so low. Look how low he just comes in. That's why he never got any further than the initial contact, Nick. What a great tackle. He has reason to celebrate. I think he's aware of how big a play that was in this half to get the ball back.
No gain for Cruz on 4th and 2, and Windham going to take over here. Still with 3 timeouts for Coach Lee to play with.
Yeah,
2 minutes and 10 seconds here before the break. Coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, analysis, full recap, and a performance by the Windham band. Here is Bergman, flushed out early. Going to throw on the run to his right. There's the catch by Jacobs. Pulls it in successfully along the sideline at the 47-yard line for a 15-yard pickup.
Well, you got to give him credit. He threw the ball. He knew he was coming. They seem to have a good connection out there, Nick, the two of them. It's worked multiple times this game. But I have to tell you, if Bergman just tucked that thing and ran and punished one of the defensive backs because he's that big and strong, I would have been okay with that too, because he's a demoralizer. You get him out in open space like that, turning up field, just make the defense work really, really hard and take the physical punishment that's necessary to try to wear them down as we go into the half. But good play.
15 yards in the end. Second catch for Jacobs, 2 for 34. Meanwhile, Bergman on 1st and 10 after a short delay goes right up the middle and across midfield to the Lancer 49 for a gain of 5. Clock ticking down to a minute 50.
They're talking about that all game, Nick. Get through the line of scrimmage quickly. Get a good 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, and they have a 2nd and 5 here. Good job by Bergman getting through.
Bergman looks left on 2nd down, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It's the 6'4" junior Davis Majarian timed the jump well. He blocked the extra point earlier,
I know.
And he's got this one knocked down to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you might be recruiting him for basketball, Nick, if you were coach, right? I mean, he's got some serious reach. Got some jumping capability there as well. He's a factor. His hands have been a factor in this game for sure.
Of course, he comes from a football background as well. His father was coach at the youth level at the Manchester Bears.
Yep.
And, of course, a classmate of mine.
Really?
Back at Manchester West.
Wow.
3rd down and 5. Jaguars looking for the Lancer 44.
Who had a big win last night?
Bergman. Running right. Flag is out.
You got to get holding here.
If the play stands, it's a 1st down, but this flag is way back in the Jaguar backfield, and it will come back.
Yeah, it looked like number 58. They got caught up there, Nick. And, the worst ones, it's one thing if you hold, and that was the reason you got the yardage. At this one, Bergman had already gone forward when the holding infraction happened a split second after the fact.
Right.
Those are the tough ones to take.
And we've seen, well, at least a couple of the 5 Jaguar penalties in this first half come on 3rd down and really hurt whatever momentum they had been building.
Yep.
And we see it here again.
The offense just can't. They start getting it going and doing good things, and then they leave that plan, go to something else, and it gets them into down and distance trouble, and
or make a mistake.
Or
like
make a mistake.
There.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
got to stay with what's working for you.
What could have been a 1st down turns into 3rd and 14 here with a minute 30 to go. And Bergman stumbling and sacked back at the 30-yard line. What a first half for Nathan Mbui. A quick timeout from Coach Lozon is going to freeze the clock with a minute 22. 4th and a mile on the way as the Lancer defense celebrates again.
Why did Coach do that? They're kicking against the wind, Nick, here. That's a factor. If he gets a good run back on top of that, he could wind up across a 50-yard line with 1:16 left. Good timeout, in my opinion. And the reason why is if all of a sudden he kicks you down to the 10-yard line, you just sit on it for a couple plays and run the clock out and kick it away if you have to with nothing left, hardly. So I like Coach Lozon's call there.
4th down and 25. Again, Windham coming into today, winners of 6 straight, a chance to finish as high as 4th going into next week's Division I tournament. Londonderry fighting for their playoff lives, need a win to even be considered for that final spot.
Right.
And right now the Lancers looking good, up 7-6 on the board, and set to get the ball back here with 1:22 remaining.
Wyndham's defense has played fabulous as far as I'm concerned, Nick. You keep Londonderry to this type of to 7 points. Same thing with both defenses, really. And the offense for Windham has moved the football when they stick to the quick stuff, quick outs, and they're very effective. But then things kind of stall.
All-out block attempt from Londonderry almost works. Bergman gets it off in time, though. Nobody back deep for Londonderry, and the ball rolls dead inside the Lancer 30.
Yeah, they almost had it. It wasn't. They didn't miss by much.
Punt
But
down
good
by
job,
Wyndham,
good
first
punt,
and 10 for
good
Londonderry.
distance, good yardage.
So, Duran gets another crack here with 1:10 remaining. And remember, Londonderry can double up here. They're going to receive the second half kickoff as well.
Yep. So, be interesting to see what he does here. I don't know if he goes downfield with a pass or he just goes into the half 7-6 and come out and receive the ball. Does it really matter? I mean, why try to force something with 1:10? But he has plays that he's developed. He may try one, try to get across the 50 or something here. We'll see. But that was a good punt.
Had 2 men in motion
A
there.
little confusion.
Yeah, one receiver is going to go back to the top of the screen. That's Van Avery. All right, on first down, we got a play action here. The junior initially has time, but down he goes. Technically a sack there as he failed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Was hit from 2 different directions there. A.J. Menina was one of the Jaguars there. I believe the other was Caden Hamill, the junior.
Brings up second down.
And again, Coach Lowe's on okay with letting this clock tick here now down towards 40 seconds.
If he let that much tick up, as far as the play is concerned, my guess is he's just going to sit on it here.
Yeah, I think he's tipped his hand.
And I'm sure Coach Lee, he has one timeout left, Coach Lee, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's not going to stop it. So
see what happens here. 2nd and 11, down to 25 seconds at the snap. Throw tipped,
risky,
nearly picked. Yeah.
Wow.
Darren's pass is incomplete.
Don't see the benefit of that, Nick. I see the risk higher than the reward there. It's a short pass in the middle of the field with defenders all around you. Almost gave the Jaguars a gift there because that was in his grasp.
Yeah. That's Sam Radulis. Remember, he was the basketball player that kind of talked into playing.
Yep.
Well, he's making a play again there, almost with a takeaway on the edge there. He's been a big boost for that Jaguar defense
we've been seeing
since joining the team.
Seeing steadily across Division I with, the pretty static this year, but the team, membership has been growing in most programs, which is great to see.
3rd and 11,
It's a great
22
game.
seconds remaining. I imagine this is a run, and it is. It's a quarterback keeper. Duran kind of dancing around before Francis wraps him up at the line of scrimmage. And now we get a Wyndham timeout, as expected, with 14 seconds. Yeah, they're gonna force a punt here.
Yeah, get a run back, see what happens.
Or maybe a block.
Or a block.
As we saw last week against Concord.
Yes.
Down at this end of the field.
Yep. What was that, on like the 6-yard line or something? And it went into the end zone, right, if I recall correctly?
No, it was recovered at the 1.
At the 1, okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, so you never know. And, of course, the way special teams has factored into this first half for both teams.
Why not another one?
Anything is possible. So 14 seconds, and officially a 4th down and 9 with the football at the Londonderry 31.
Well, 7-6 at the half. I'm not overly surprised, Nick, that we're sitting here basically tied going in. There are some things that each team has to do to improve. And coming out here in the second half, Londonderry, as you said, is going to get the ball. And as we saw last night, the third quarter was, as usual, critical in these games against teams that are pretty evenly matched. What a game last night, folks.
Yeah,
Check it out.
You mentioned it. Nashua South at Pinkerton. That game archived up on our YouTube channel, FNL NH Media. 14 seconds. Wyndham, they're going to rush 10 here, looking for a block.
Missed by much.
Yeah. Just in time off the right foot of the junior Higgins. And the punter watches his effort result in a pretty good punt there. It's down at the 40-yard line,
2
which
seconds.
is
Down by
2.6
Londonderry,
seconds
1st
remaining.
and 10 for the Jags.
Coming up at halftime. Full recap. A lot to get to. Stats, highlights. Busy night last night across the state as well. The final week of the regular season. We'll run down where things stand. And on-field entertainment from the Windham High School Marching Band. That's all coming up at halftime.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Windham does here. They take a knee, they throw a Hail Mary, or something in between.
Take a knee and go 7-6 into the half and come out and play some good defense after the kickoff is what I do. But you never know these days.
That sounds good to Coach Lee as well.
Yes, it does.
He's going to take the knee here, and that will bring us to halftime. A low-scoring affair here in Windham. A defensive battle between Londonderry and Windham. 7-6, our score at halftime. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll reset things here in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. We are presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
They're going to add time, so we're not signing out here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let's go.
You want to wait then?
I'm good. I'm good. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Back here in Windham, getting set for the third quarter. Londonderry out in front of the Jaguars by a score of 7-6 in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas with Steve Beals. A lot on the line for both teams. We know Windham is going to host a preliminary round matchup next week, as either the 4, the 6, or somewhere in between. But either way, they'll be back on this field likely next Saturday. Londonderry, a win, they tie Nashua North for the 13th and final spot in the Division I tournament. So
be interesting
literally
to see.
the Lancer season on the line. And at times, Steve, they played like it in that first half. They got a takeaway defensively. They got a long pass play, limited themselves to just one penalty, and as a result have the lead and are set to get the football to begin the second half.
Just seems to be a reluctance with both offenses to really go for the jugular in the game today. They kind of avoid mistakes. I think both of these teams believe their defenses are the things that they want to lean on to win or lose the game. Special teams have had an effect in the game today for sure. And, what do you change? I don't know. Get kick-out blocks for Cruz to go through the, off of the tackle, inside the end, or even, get a seal, sweep him a little bit. Doran's thrown some good passes today as well. So the offense from Londonderry functioning, pretty good, but definitely orienting it towards a low-risk offense and lay it out there for the defense. With Windham, seems to me that Bergman, if he ran the ball outside the tackles, Nick, they could get him in some open space. Like we saw in the Windham at Salem game, they did that there in the second half. I'm wondering if Coach Lee is going to be maybe opening up that a little bit. Got a great receiver-quarterback connection with his receiver, his wide receiver on his right-hand side. They've a lot of yards. They've got probably 30, 40 yards between those passes they've got. And the rest of it basically is, if you're going to go conservative, that's fine, but get through that offensive line quickly, because the defense of Londonderry is getting off those blocks. So
you mentioned the receiver, Brandon Jacobs, 2
Yes.
catches, 34 yards for the junior. And Michael Brealey has been kind of bottled up.
Yeah.
Only 4 carries, 0 yards. That's unofficial.
Yeah.
He did have the 3-yard touchdown in that first quarter that gave Windham the lead. That was short-lived. First minute, second quarter, Londonderry strikes, 38-yard connection. Sullivan Duran to Devin Van Avery. 38 yards out, extra point good, and that's the difference right now. Each team 1 takeaway. Windham did have 5 penalties for 35 yards in that first half. Londonderry just 1 for 3. All right, I'm going to remind you again, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are just 10 subscribers away from another milestone, Steve, 7,000. So help us get there if you have not done so already. Again, Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is on YouTube at FNL NH Media.
do you remember, my friend, when we hit 100 and what a big deal that was?
Yes.
About 4 weeks into the season, we hit the first year on our YouTube channel. We hit 100. That was a big deal. Here we are, 7,000, just 5 years later.
Long, strange trip it's been.
Yes, it has.
For sure.
Well, you're working with me. It's bound to be strange, Nick. What are you going to do, buddy?
All right, Lancers are set to get it back. They've got 2 men lurking around the 15, 16-yard line.
Let's not lose sight of the absolutely beautiful backdrop at Windham High School, looking off into the distance of the great Granite State of New Hampshire.
First
what a
day
place we live.
of November, foliage in full swing. Final weekend of the regular season. End-over-end kick. Here comes Van Avery crossing the 20 to his right, 25-30 as a seam at the 35.
That's what they
where
wanted.
He's driven down at about the 40, maybe the 41.
For the Lancers.
Well, both teams have gotten sparks at time from the return game, and a pretty good one there by Devin Van Avery, the 6'2" junior. So 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Another series at quarterback for junior Duran Sullivan. Has the touchdown pass to his credit. Also a number of rushing yards in that first half as well. 5 carries for 20 yards. As you mentioned, Adrian Cruz has been the bell cow.
He has.
A little over 4 a carry, 8 for 33 in that first
You
half.
could even give it to Adrian even more. He's getting you yardage, but flag already. Here we go. False start. Boy, the false starts this has been false start weekend, Nick, wouldn't you say? I mean, between last night and today,
Still first down.
there is a bushel load.
Yeah, you mentioned last night that was the Nashua South at Pinkerton
What a game.
game that we covered, that broadcast up on our YouTube channel. And you're right, Pinkerton in particular got bit by the penalty bug, so to speak, last night in that back-and-forth affair with the Purple Panthers.
Well, we've had enjoyed talking to Coach Porter. What a job that he's done.
Yep.
What a transition plan that took place there. What a great story. And are they more than in it.
They're going to
right
host a home game next week. Meanwhile, a screen set up top of the screen, and it's incomplete as Owen Crafts, the 5'9 junior, could not haul that one in, so second and long coming.
I think it's fair to say, for the most part today, neither offensive line has been able to control the defensive surge. At times, one team may have done better than the other, but they've both had their times where they've been just unable to just stop the attack. Some really good some blitz packages as well as some stunts that are just confusing the offensive line, and they're just taking – both defenses up front have taken over the game, really.
You got a 4-receiver set here with Cruz in motion on second down. They hand to him, and it's a sweep and a good one. As Cruz does get the edge up to the 45, and a late flag coming in after the play.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It could be a face mask, Nick.
Brought down by number 45, Joey Estrella. Flag on the play.
Estrella
has all the feelings of a personal foul here. We'll see. Sorry, Nick.
Estrella, who led Windham in that first half with 4 tackles, does register the stop, but he's responsible for the face mask penalty as well.
Yeah, must have called it an incidental because it's only 5 yards here.
The flag is a face back on the defense.
Good call, Steve.
Yeah.
A 5-yard penalty.
Bought a first down.
Yep. Either way, a big gain on the play. They get 10 on the run for Cruz and then 5 on the penalty. That's a first down. Lancers back to the pistol look. Windham a 4-man front. It's a toss left side.
Yep.
And Cruz ridden out of bounds there after a short pickup.
Well, Cruz is in great condition, Nick. You can run this guy every play if you want to, and he does not tire per se. This guy just moves the ball forward every single time. I would almost use him to the point where the defense has to do something to stop him. As I was talking earlier in the game, that's when you can play action pass or feed somebody else. He is their trendsetter, and he can force the defense, and that's what they need to do. They've got to force the Windham defense to change their very comfortable place they've been in against Londonderry for the most part.
2nd and 9, play action. Duran going deep, up for grabs and incomplete.
Thought they may get him there for impediment, but they were both looking back and looking at the ball, so I think that was a good no call.
Devin Van Avery, the intended target.
Yeah.
And now a 3rd down and 9 on the way.
You said it earlier, Nick. The ball, definitely, you're right, is sailing. That isn't just a pass route issue with slowing down. We've got another flag. Wow.
I think so, yeah. There's a flag down at the Jaguar 45.
Yeah, a lot of laundry. But you're right, Nick. Some of these passes deep, you can just see them. The wind is getting behind them and just elevating them and sending them long.
Ineligible receiver is the call.
Downfield.
Second time today.
It's the 3rd penalty of the game against Londonderry, the 2nd of this drive. It's a little bit of a sloppy start here to begin the 3rd quarter. Less than a minute in, still 7-6 Lancers. And now a 3rd down and 9 on the way.
Play brings up 3rd down.
We'll see if Duran is asked to make a throw here. 3 completions for 62 yards in that first half. On 3rd down, Estrella on the blitz. They dump it off. Right side, Brandon Dyer doesn't get much.
Yeah, Brandon's got to immediately run outside. He was waiting for a block, Nick, to run inside, but that big, strong front 6 or 7, depending on the defensive set of Windham, just walled, got past everything. Their pursuit is fantastic. They're so strong.
And Durkin is tough to get by as he gets his fifth tackle there below the knees. No gain on the play, so Londonderry forced to punt here.
This is a big stop for. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Are
Nick.
they? Yes, they are.
This is I wonder if it's going to be a quick kick or not. He did step back. It could be. Yep, it is.
Yep.
So I knew it as soon as he stepped back.
Little pooch punt. This one spirals inside the 20, takes a bounce at the 19, where it will be downed.
Yep.
With no return.
Not a bad call.
Nope.
20-yard line.
So Windham, they get the
Jacks.
stop they wanted, Steve. They get the football back pretty quickly, just 100 seconds or so into the quarter. And as you said a few minutes ago, they were able to move the football in that first half, but many of those drives got derailed by either mistakes or penalties.
Yeah, they did. And they're just second and third and 25s and things like that in 18s. A lot of that stuff happened to them. And the thing is that it happened after they got moved the sticks 2 or 3 times, and then everything just kind of sputters. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with Bergman this half, because he has, when he gets free, he's been able to move the ball.
Going to pitch on first and 10. Here's Brealey, goes around the corner. There's a flag out again. Yep.
2 flags.
Coming in the area of the tackle.
Wow.
Brealey stopped at about the 26. And this one a hold against
The
Windham.
flag is holding on the offense.
And this just sets you back. You know that there's the whole law of inertia, Nick. When a body's in motion, stays in motion, it rests it or backwards, it just continues there. And these penalties just get inside the head. You just don't get that feeling of progression. It also makes the offensive line press a little bit, get a little more fatigue, because this is going to put them way back here.
And it's starting to add up as well. 7 penalties now for 50 yards.
That's just, in a 7-6 game, that's a difference maker right there. But although Londonderry's had their share of penalties as well, but on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, only 13 penalty yards against Londonderry.
That's my point.
Windham.
Yep.
So there is an advantage growing
Nice
there.
job there.
Another flag.
Oh, my gosh.
As Brealey breaks 2 tackles before finally being brought down around the line of scrimmage.
Well, Nick, these aren't just referees throwing unknown flags. These are deliberate flags right away. They're zoning in and seeing something that's obviously, you can just tell. There's just a lot of clutching going on. And I didn't see it here. We may get it around the corner.
It's a block in the back here against Windham.
Yeah, okay.
The flag is a block in the back on the offense.
The line of scrimmage was at the 13. So that means what, a 6 or a 7-yard penalty here?
Yeah. Yes. But wow, here we are again now, 24, 25 yards to go? I mean, this is just going backwards. And more importantly, even if they don't get a first down, Nick, they're kicking from potentially deep inside their zone,
right,
which gives Londonderry the field position battle.
And we've seen the Lancers come close to blocking a couple of punts today.
Yep.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It's only first down, but first down and a mile. 1st and 24. Bergman rolls right, throws right, catch is made by the Jaguars' Coviello.
Bergman's pass is complete.
The senior is up to the 10, maybe the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Londonderry will take 3 or 4 yards, 5 yards a down, Nick, here.
Yep, 5 on the play.
Yep. And it's that battle offensively. How risky do you get deep in your own zone as far as the playbook is concerned? It's just really about cleaning up the football. You know, when you get a lot of holding and blocks in the backs and things like that, that probably means you're getting beaten and you're over, by the defense, and you're over exerting yourself or taking, clutching and trying to hold if a guy starts slipping away.
Yeah, we've seen those mistakes, but that's not going to sit well with either head coach, as we know. Meanwhile, that snap nearly hit the ground.
Yeah, just swarming.
And what looked like a broken play is exactly that. They're going to lose 2. As again, Londonderry celebrates Dante Fabiano, sophomore, with his 2nd tackle.
Yeah, Londonderry sideline getting pretty amped up here over what the defense has been doing out there. They feel it. Third quarter is such a critical quarter. Right now, Londonderry's coming out. Appears to be with a little bit more steam going behind their engine right now, Nick.
3 minutes in, third quarter, 3rd down and 23. Football at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, if they don't get a lot of yardage here, they really need a special punt here, and they're kicking into the wind. Died down a little bit, but still going.
Bergman with Brealey to his left. Lancers with 4 down linemen. 4 receiver set, 3 to the strong side right. Bergman going to throw right. Catch in the flat. Coviello trying to find some room on the sideline and is knocked out of bounds by Lucas Palmer. On about the 18-yard line. Well shy of that 30, so it's 4th and 12.
Yeah, Londonderry reading these plays, Nick. It's almost like they're anticipating what the play is coming, and their defensive backs are just swarming to the football, and there's no place for the receivers to go here.
11-yard pickup, second catch for Coviello. But again, 4th down and long. This time Londonderry will drop a man back deep to return here. So it's
why not?
It's not an all-out punt block attempt like we saw in the first half.
Why not? Windham really needs a good kick here.
Good snap. Line drive kick. It's going to bounce right to the return man shy of midfield. To his right goes the returner Jackson Rayau, and the freshman is eventually swarmed at about the 40-yard line.
Well, good effort there.
And a return of 8, not bad. And Londonderry will absolutely take the field position here. 1st and 10 at the Windham 40.
Yeah, all promulgated by penalties, Nick. You don't have those penalties, you're probably down to the 35-yard line of Londonderry instead of here on the 40 inside your zone. And these field position changes are very important. When you're having trouble moving offenses, let's face it, Londonderry's only got 7 points on the board, too. So it's not exactly a juggernaut here on either offensive unit. That's why field position in these games becomes critically important. It always does, but...
Well, the Lancers, they got their lone touchdown right around this area of the field. It was a 38-yard hookup through the air from Duran to Van Avery.
That's well faked.
On 1st down, Duran on the outside takes a big hit from Francis, and that one is ruled late. Flag is out and a personal foul on the way against the Wyndham senior.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again. I don't. Was it are they saying he targeted? I don't get really what. It was a good hard hit. Nice fake by Duran.
Let's see if Duran was out of bounds or not.
Hard to say from here. I can't really tell.
Vicious hit there from Francis, but the officials are going to say a personal foul, 15 yards for the late hit.
The flag is unnecessary roughness.
The 9th Jaguar penalty comes with less than 4 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter. So what was potentially only a 3-yard gain for Duran turns into a gain of 18 for Londonderry. To the air on 1st down. It's
what a
dropped
pass.
In the end zone. Incomplete. Van Avery had the step, but the 6'2" receiver could not haul it in. Beautiful ball thrown there.
He's looking right into the sun, though,
by
Nick.
Duran. Yeah, the sun, the wind, all the elements may have played a part, but incomplete the result in 2nd and 10.
Nice pass by Duran. Boy, he laid that right in the breadbasket there. But you see him here. Yeah, he'd like to have that back, I'm sure.
2nd and 10, but you see Coach Lozon going for the throat there on the play call.
Yeah, I like the call at the time. They're all up. They're still up. One safety back. Oh, boy, here we go.
Movement up front.
Is that Durkin?
Likely against Windham.
I can't tell. 52.
Boy, they had 5 penalties at halftime. Already 5 penalties in the first 4 minutes since halftime.
That's a lot of yardage in a short period. 4 minutes, Nick.
Sure is. 51 penalty yards in just this 3rd quarter. That's on top of the 35 from the first half. Can the Lancers cash in? The question. Football at the 17 here.
These penalties are making this a long quarter.
2nd down and 5. Another pistol look. Fake the handoff. Duran.
Nothing there.
Nope. Nice job by the Jags up front. Francis.
Number 16, Darren on the carry.
Along with Brooks Batson. We said his name a lot last week. Batson there. Part of that stop as well.
Yep. Well, again, not a high-risk offensive play calling on either side here, Nick. The one into the end zone's in the end zone. You know that's not high. That's not in the middle of the field for a pick 6 or or anything like that. But I don't see Doron rolling out much. One thing he does do, though, he's faking the ball very, very well to Cruz and some of his jet motions coming across.
4 receivers here, including the big tight end Majarian. They're going to look his way. He's got the catch at the 5, and Majarian is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Big play.
A 23-yard hookup. It's Davis Majarian. Well, they listed him at 6'4", Steve. I talked to his father. He's up to 6'5", and that height may have paid.
I am not going to contest
a little
that
bit of
height
advantage there
with
as
how
he
he looked there.
Contested catch and then a great finish.
Let's take a look at the play.
Well.
Great job. You got the big guy. Adrian Cruz. You have him in motion going out into the flats out there wide. That just kind of takes away some of the defense, and looks like the punt is good. Takes away the defense.
PAT is good.
Extra point up.
And now he's kind of in single coverage there with a 6'5" guy, and he just bowled his way in the last 3 yards there. So Dorian has shown he can throw a good football. The thing about that, too, is don't forget, he had great coverage in the pocket. He could just sit there and wait. He looked at Cruz quickly, but saw Nigerian coming across and just threw him a strike, and then he took care of the rest. So there's some big points right there, Nick.
7 more on the board for the Lancers, 14 unanswered. And again, they take advantage of a short field. That drive began
Just going to say that.
at the Windham 40-yard line.
Yep.
And they do it on 3rd down. 23-yard hookup. That's Majarian's first catch of the afternoon. Again, he's made a difference on defense and on special teams, but that's his first official contribution to the offensive effort, a 23-yard grab. So now Windham facing a real challenge here. 5 minutes in, 3rd quarter. Still a one-score game at 14-6, but again, going to have to do it from behind if they're looking to extend their win streak into the tournament. Windham has won 6 straight going into today.
Had a warm second quarter and halftime, Nick, but it's starting to get a little cooler right now. You can feel things cooling off. See how that affects the ball.
Short kick on the return. Coviello weaves his way over the 40. Where he's finally stopped by Jawad Saba, the junior special teamer for Londonderry.
Good blocking up front. Good job following those blocks. Good reception. That's great field position for Windham. They've got to put it together here and get some sort of a sustaining drive, at least change field position. So if your defense can come out and stop them. But they really want to get down, get a good drive together here. Be interested to see. Oh, now they're going trips right. Haven't seen that in a while.
I think at the top of the agenda, avoid the penalty.
Well, no question about that.
All right, 1st down. Another low snap. Bergman throws. Catch by Coviello.
Unbelievable.
It's broken up by Van Avery, who sheds the blocker and blows up the screen for a 3-yard loss.
Devin, that should go on a video channel on how to contain, how to fight off the block. This is just great work. Watch this here. You're going to see it. He goes out. Look at him fight for that position. He fights off the defender, and he goes in there and makes a huge tackle. He doesn't get tackled there, Nick. He's got a lot of room to run down the field. At least a 1st down there. There was nobody in sight.
Well, Coach Lozon has told us in years past regarding the cornerback position, not necessarily the coverage skills. He wants corners that can come up and tackle.
You saw it right there. Yep.
2nd down and 13. Movement again
offsides.
up front.
I think this is offsides, Nick. No, he's got a false start out there. So I didn't see anybody move. But obviously they saw somebody. Somebody did.
Another Windham penalty.
This is a lot. This is just not able to get going here.
Penalty number 11 on the afternoon. Wow. 6 in this 3rd quarter. It's going to back the football up to the 33-yard line, 34. So we hit the midway point, 3rd quarter. Londonderry out in front, 14-6. Lancers need a win today to potentially get into the tournament. Windham, win or lose, plays on this field next weekend in the preliminary round.
Yeah, but you don't want to go in like this. You want to finish this game strong if you're the Jaguars, one way or the other.
Right.
The defense is playing their hearts out.
Handoff. This is Brealey, left side. He's got a blocker.
Too much east-west.
Before Cruz finally trips him up shy of the 40.
Well, you take a look here. You count like 3.5 seconds before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Then he gets an opportunity to get some positive yardage up the field, and you still go east-west. You want to take what's given to you. It was all contained.
Looks like someone may have lost an article of clothing there. I thought it was a sneaker at first. It looks
that's
like,
what I thought it was. Was it a towel?
It's just a towel from the official.
That's a pretty white sneaker.
They get 5 there from Brealey. Still 3rd and long, though. 3rd and 13 as we tick down towards 5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Yeah. Just want to make sure you start going. Make sure the north-south is still in the repertoire there. You want to start working the ball upfield and attacking the defense. Straight on.
4-man rush. Bergman hit as he throws. Gets off a good one, but incomplete. Trying to find Jacobs along the sideline. Saba in coverage for Londonderry. Pressure applied there by Nathan Buey, who has played well today, has a sack to his credit, almost got a second there.
Not trying to be difficult in any way, Nick. I just want to emphasize when you can't even block the line of scrimmage long enough for a running back to get through the hole, it's doubtful that you're going to be able to sustain a pocket-type passing situation. I can't understand why they're not moving him out of the pocket consistently when your offensive line can't sustain. Get him outside of the pocket. Let him do the athletic things that he can do. Throw the ball, run the ball. Don't know.
Here's the punt. Coviello takes a bounce. The return man for Londonderry is the freshman Ray Howe. He goes to his left, tries to change direction at the 30, and is met by a wave of Navy at about the 33. Decent return there for the youngster, and Londonderry going to take over with their 14-6 lead still intact here with 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
1st and 10 for Londonderry.
Well, Steve, as we talked about, Windham always one of our favorite places to come today.
Love this place.
No exception. A festive crowd pregame. Parking lot filled, and of course we were fed at halftime by the Booster Club as well, so we appreciate that.
They are just terrific. We appreciate their hospitality. The fans, the players, the whole community just puts on a great show here for Saturday afternoon every time they're home. One of the things, Nick, you got to say about the Jaguars, their special teams are contender grade.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Their defense is more than contender grade. If they can work on this offense and get this thing going,
they're going to be hard to stop.
They're going to be hard to stop. What a
Duran
pass.
Lets it go.
What a
first down.
Whoa!
It's incomplete. Nearly intercepted, then nearly caught. In the end, it lands on the grass, and we get a 2nd and 10.
Wow.
Pretty good arm there. Philippe in coverage, intended for Owen Crafts.
Well, we were talking, Nick. Doran's got a good arm. He's a good thrower. And somebody else is going in now. Number 15.
Yeah, Duran to the sideline for a moment. Brock St. Gelais, who is also, I believe, the goaltender on the lacrosse team. He is in the game now.
How many goaltenders in lacrosse play quarterback at football, Nick?
That's a good question.
Wow.
Well, we know at least one. So here he is, the 5'9 junior.
Multi-dimensional.
Going to take his first snap of the day. Handoff to St. Avery, and that is blown up in the backfield. Sniffing it out right away was Max Wolf, the senior, one of the members of the class of 2026, honored at halftime on Senior Day. Big loss there for Londonderry. 3rd down, and it looks like 17 coming up.
Defense is impressive, Nick. Great job, great rush. Look at the separation. Watch the separation he gets here as he goes through the line. Just fabulous. Good tactics. These guys are strong too, Nick.
So the defensive grudge match continues here late in the third quarter. Lancers need a long play here on 3rd and 17 from their own 33. And St. Gelais is going to stay in the game at QB with Duran seemingly okay on the sideline. Throw and incomplete. St. Gelais knocked down on the release.
Yeah, he barely got that ball off. Again, both defenses just swarming the offenses, Nick. The same thing every quarter now goes on. Every now and then, Londonderry was able to give Doran a little bit of time to throw, but overall, both sides of the football, defense's penetration has been just kind of overwhelming.
And now an opportunity here for Windham to gain an advantage in the field position game. That has favored Londonderry to this point.
Yeah, absolutely right.
But right now a punt on the way for the Lancers with their punter, Bradley Higgins, standing at his 12-yard line.
Wonder if he's going to give him an opportunity to run the ball back.
Going to aim this down the middle. Return man comes up, makes the catch, and across midfield.
Yep. Good job.
Into Lancer territory goes Alex Blanco, the sophomore. Short return, but Windham will take it. In fact, this, I think, Steve, is their best starting field position of the afternoon.
Coach Lozon talking into Brandon Dyer, pumping him up.
Well, with the exception, I stand corrected, the lost fumble by Londonderry on their first drive.
Yes.
Set Windham up at the Lancer 28-yard line. This is the closest they've started a drive since at the Lancer 48.
Yeah, and if they're able to score here on this drive, this complexion of this game is going to change.
Yes.
I would imagine they'll go for 2 to try to tie it, but they got to score first.
They trail 14-6. Bergman on 1st and 10, runs right, throws left. Caught by Sam Radulis, and Radulis is knocked out of bounds by Teeter at about the 41-yard line. They roll the tackle actually inbounds at the 42, a 6-yard pickup there.
All right, you're going to see here, they don't leave Bergman in the pocket. They fake him right to roll out, and then they put a pass back. He obviously wanted to hit him a little better than that, but the play still worked because they got him outside of the pocket, make the defense think a little bit, don't just sit there, and they get what do they got? 7 yards, 6 yards out of it? That's moving the football.
Gain of 6.
Also, the offensive linemen don't have to sit there while these defenders are going by and drawing holds. They're off and running.
2.5 to go, third quarter. 2nd down and 4. Bergman against the 5-man rush, runs right, gets around the blitzer, throws off his back foot, and it's caught by Coviello for a first down.
Well, there you go. Get him outside the pocket again, and look what happens with 2 plays.
Gain of 7, and another grab for Coviello is 4th, all coming after halftime.
This is Mr. Bergman's strength right here. This guy, get him out in space. He feels good because he's got the power, he's got the legs, he's got the speed, the agility, the athleticism. Get him out there and force that defense to honor him. In the pocket, you don't really have to do that. You just contain him, and then the defensive backfield just sits on cover. This is the best 2 plays they've put together all game offensively, Nick. And this guy did this in Salem. You remember Salem, a very good football team. Oh. They were able to get him out of the pocket regularly, and it changed the name of the second half, and they won the game.
Well, no gain on that play, Steve. I'm not sure if they ruled that.
I don't understand that.
An incomplete? Okay, it hit the ground, I guess. Incomplete, so it's 3rd and 4.
Boy, I never saw that.
And now, ducking away from one man is Bergman before losing his balance and going down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 3rd and 4. It turns into 4th down and 4.
He's running for his life there, trying to get out of the pocket in that situation. I mean, all you got to do is just bump the guy, and Bergman's going to beat him outside, but he just went in there, straight shot, never got touched, came in from the backside.
So another big play on the way here, inside of 2 minutes, third quarter. Londonderry hoping to force a turnover on downs.
I never saw that ball hit the ground. What the? I never saw that. Bobbled?
It was juggled, I
Okay,
guess.
it looks like it was juggled and went out of bounds, I guess. Is that it? Okay.
That brought up the 3rd down, and then the run went nowhere, so we have a 4th and 4. Blanco in motion. They fake to him. Quick throw by Bergman, deep down the seam, and it's incomplete. 2 receivers and 3 defenders in the area around the 10-yard line. So Londonderry, they get what they want. The turnover on downs, they get the ball back, and they're still up 14-6.
See what happens here. Anytime you got 2 receivers going after the same ball on the same offense, that is just a defensive backfield's dream, Nick, because it's so easy for 3 guys to cover 2 in the same spot. And Bergman had to get rid of that because he was getting pressure again. Started off there with 2 good plays, but that juggle really hurt them. I didn't see the juggle, but of course it was on the other side of the field. But good wind coming up here.
Minute 27, a strong breeze for a 1st and 10 run for Cruz as he gets around the corner to his right and is ridden out of bounds at about the 45. It's the short gain of 2, maybe 3. As again, Parker Francis is there for the stop.
Brought down by number 66.
Windham had an opportunity there, Nick, inside Londonderry territory there. Just didn't work out. The thing is, with 1:20 left in the third, there's plenty of time if this defense, they can start working a little bit at a time, getting things together here, putting together offensive plays that work, and challenge this Londonderry defense. But the defense of the Jaguars has got to step up now to try once again to get their offense the ball back.
2nd down and 8. Fake to Cruz. Duran hit.
He is
and stopped by Durkin. Yep, got him around the leg and drags him down for no gain.
There's no football team in Division I that wouldn't like Mr. Durkin playing for their team. He is something else.
He's becoming one of my favorite players to watch.
I totally agree.
Today with 6 tackles, that includes a sack, and that stop right there for no gain.
And
so it's 3rd and 8.
He doesn't start off strong and weaken during the game, Nick. He doesn't start off slow. He is a opening kickoff to the close of the game. He is all out all the time.
A bit of a chess piece as well. We've seen him line up inside,
all over the place. Yep.
outside, and at the second level.
Excellent point.
As well.
He's very versatile coming from either side, to your point.
All right, 3rd down and 8. Lancers need to advance the football to the Windham 47 for a first down. And they're going to talk about it right here. As Coach Lozon takes his first time out of this third quarter. Our broadcast today brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance gets you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com and start raising money for your team today. By TKQB Academy. Be the best QB that you can be. Call Trevor Knight at 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. Visit accuratetree.com for a free estimate. And finally, by Jewett Construction. Building relationships on and off the field since 1972. Come join us to build something great at JewettConstruction.com. And, of course, you can learn more about their trades scholarship program as well. 3rd down and 8 out of the timeout. Lancers stick with the run game. Cruz going to grind out some yards up to midfield to the Windham 49, but still 2 yards shy of the first down stick. So 4th and 2 on the way.
Good run. Almost done with a quarter here. I think they're going to wind it out, Nick. They're just going to let it wind down.
So, Coach,
maybe not.
Lozon may or may not.
No.
Go for it right here on 4th down. Down to 3, down to 2, does snap it. Duran, a pooch punt. Heads down the near sideline, takes a bounce inside the 20, a roll to the 15, and that is how we will conclude the third quarter. So the Lancers, they extend their halftime lead. It's still, though, only a 1-score difference. Does Windham come from behind to extend their win streak, or does Londonderry sneak into the playoffs? We find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, we welcome in our Saturday afternoon audience. Buckle up for the final quarter of the regular season as Londonderry takes a 14-6 lead into the final frame here in Windham. Nick and Astis along with Steve Beals. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Lancers added a touchdown to their lead in that third quarter. Windham has been bitten by penalties.
Nice.
The Jaguars go to the air to begin the drive, and they connect. Brandon Jacobs His third grab advances the football 14 yards to the 30-yard line, a first down.
Get him right out of those hash marks just like that. Nice pass. Boy, he's really comfortable, Nick, throwing from that position. And I think sometimes he's so nervous about getting all the pressure, and he has good reason. You get him out there in open space, he's more comfortable. He immediately gets more comfortable. And he can do this from both sides. He can roll out to both sides. Like, he's got a strong arm.
Bumped out of bounds by the Londonderry safety, Thomas Zyra, who has played well this afternoon. But Jacobs, his first catch since halftime, a 14-yard pickup. A pitch to the short side here as Braley struggles to get back to the 30, upended inbounds by Saba, who has played well in this second half, gets another tackle. No gain on the play for Windham.
Again, Nick, just just not getting to the line of scrimmage quick enough here. Kind of taking a side route rather than just go against the grain. Sometimes you just plant your foot. You got white jerseys there, but you just barrel right into them, and you can drive forward. You get 4 or 5 yards that way. That's just what Cruz did. Cruz could have gone out, and what did he do? He turned upfield, and he was able to grind out, and to your point, grind out 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, Braley has been contained.
He's good
today. He does have the lone Windham score, a 3-yard touchdown in the first quarter, but since then, just 2 yards on 7 carries.
Yeah, some of it's just the east-west stuff. Get upfield.
2nd and 10. They go to Sam Radulis on an end around here. Trying to find the sideline. Instead, he finds the waiting arms of the defender. Javion Teeter out of the secondary. He's got an interception to his credit today. Big tackle for a loss there. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, great job by Londonderry stringing things out to the sidelines there, Nick. Squared hips, holding it, working as a unit together. And there's just no place to go on this east-west stuff. You have to turn upfield. If you look out there, see 3 jerseys, plant step, cut up, grab what's there, but move that ball forward. If you got to kick it on 4th and 1, so what? Kick it on 4th and 1. But you got to get those first 8 or 9 yards in three downs or 2 downs, hopefully.
Right. You got to find the 40-yard line here to avoid a 3 and out. 3rd and 11.
Now you're in a passing situation.
Bergman, low snap, 2-step drop, throws over the middle, hits the official in the head.
That thing was a rocket ship.
And ultimately goes incomplete. I think that's the umpire down there. Nearly got his grill taken off.
He better be looked at by his other guys there, because
that's one tough guy down there. He's
one
okay.
Tough gentleman is right.
As we see there. And the thing of it was nearly caught anyway by Colviello, who stayed with it, but
he took a shot.
Couldn't reel it in, and now a 4th down and 11 facing Windham. It's punt time again for the Jaguars.
Yeah, not his fault. He was right where he was supposed to be, as usual with these officials.
Yep. All right. So
yeah, he's holding his left ear there.
2 minutes in here, 4th quarter. Lancers force another punt. Colviello gets off a line drive. It takes a bounce before it's fielded by Real. Real skips to the 35, up to the 36 before he's met by Blanco and others.
I got to get a number here.
Right there.
Call this guy out big time. Who is number?
Brought down by number 23, Alex Blanco.
No, number 30. He's coming back now. Number 36, Nick, from Windham.
That's Liam McGrail.
Now, Liam McGrail. What a terrific play. Watch Liam hold the outside contain, push him back in, and bang, now everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Right.
Liam, that's just great football, my friend.
McGrail.
Boy, as a coach, I can tell you really appreciate players. Now watch him. He just – none of that happens without his work.
Right.
Just a great job.
McGrail holds contained.
Good disciplined football.
And that allows Blanco to make the tackle. 1st and 10, Londonderry. Lancers looking to work some clock here with an 8-point lead. In about 10 minutes to go in regulation. Coach Lozon. He's got the starting quarterback back in, Sullivan Duran, after he came out for a couple of snaps on the previous series. Pitch left side, Cruz plants the foot, goes north-south, and brings Francis with him across the 40-yard line.
Good job by Estrella there. Estrella's out there alone. What does he do? He breaks down to the outside part of the hip to turn the run inside so his tacklers can come in. He cuts inside where you want the runner to go. Same sort of discipline that you're seeing defensively, which is why this Windham team is so good. They've only allowed 14 points, and they've been on the field for a good part of the game today, Nick, and they're doing a job. But they're doing the things, the little things right.
2nd and 5. Cruz, look out.
Big play.
Wrapped around the waist in the backfield. That's going to be a loss. Brady Clementi, his third tackle today. The linebacker reading the keys well.
I thought that was 27. Was that 57? 27.
Yeah, that's Brady Clementi, who I said.
Well, I guess if I'm looking at the Londonderry roster, I'm probably not going to get the guy,
That may be a problem. Clementi has been big. And again, the Windham defense has done their job today. A chance again to force a 3-and-out if they can get a stop here for the upcoming 3rd and 8.
A playoff contending defense here. And if they can just, you never know. You just work on it during the week. You got to get your, work on your offense. Their special teams look very solid today. Good kicks, good covers.
Yep.
Windham, 2 out of the 3 phases of the game are absolutely playoff ready. And they got a good long week to work on it. And they haven't lost this game by any stretch yet. I'm just saying win or lose, there's got to be work done there, and they'll have a chance to do it.
3rd down and 8. Play action. Going to air it out again as Duran puts it up for grabs,
Good
and it's
defensive
knocked away, incomplete. A little bit of contact, but no flags. As you get the effort from Vincent Rago, knocked it away with that right hand.
To me, this is 2 guys looking back. Both have equal opportunity for the ball. They both go for it. Nice no call there.
There is a flag, though, at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, boy.
And an ineligible receiver, which is declined.
Good decline right there. Now it brings up 4th down, 7 or 8.
Downfield, 4th down.
And Wyndham's done it. Windham defense has done it again. I dare say, Nick, that's probably the 9th or 10th time at least they've got their offense back the ball with a stop here. I don't know how many punts do you think that Londonderry had today? Both teams, really.
Well, not just the total punts, but we've also seen several turnovers on downs.
No question, yes.
As well. So these defenses rise to the occasion repeatedly. And we see it here from Windham, forcing a 4th and 8. And indeed, Londonderry set to punt. Higgins is back, toes inside the 25. Awaiting a good snap. He gets one and punts it off to his right. Blanco stays away. It bounces near the 40.
Windham will take that.
Yep, it'll roll dead just shy of the 40.
Punt down by
4 minutes in,
10 for the Jaguars.
4th quarter. Still a 1-score game. Windham, you can hear them on that far sideline trying to fire up the offense.
Yep.
As they get set to come back on the field here, looking for a spark as that clock's starting to become a little bit of a factor.
When 2 phases are going well and one's going not so great, but working on it, everybody's got to support their teammates because it's a whole unit. 3 phases of the game are necessary to go deep in the playoffs. They've got great athletes out there. They got a lot good. You just got to keep on backing each other up, supporting one another till it gets rolling.
1st and 10 from the Jaguar 40. Bergman on a straight drop, floats it near
nice
side,
catch.
Overhead catch by Breeley,
and look out.
Room. 1-man debate along the sideline, tiptoes, steps out of bounds, shy of the 30. About the 32-yard line, a 28-yard pass play there for Windham.
Little cross seamer coming across, and boy, did he stretch out, make a nice grab there. Bergman had some time. Look at him, he got a little bit of time in the pocket. And what a great grab. Forcing his way upfield, fighting hard to stay in bounds.
Yeah, Breeley
He's
been contained in the rushing game, but now 2 catches, 53 yards in the pass game.
If you cannot run the football, you've got to get those same athletes in open space, in short areas around where the line of scrimmage is, out in the flats.
And now a quarterback keeper up the middle. It's Bergman.
I'd give Bergman 30 carries in a game.
He rumbles down to the 26 after a gain of 7 there to set up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, there's 2 good plays there, Nick, where they're unconventional due to the results of not being able to get your normal base running game going. You got to do other things to open up the field, and that last 2 plays, they've done it.
Tackle made by Cruz.
But Bergman is central with that running capability and the intimidation element of that guy moving down the field.
Nearly 5 minutes gone, 4th quarter, I should say, and a 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, same play, Bergman straight ahead inside the 20 to the 19.
Adrian Bergman on the quarterback.
Back-to-back 7-yard carries there for the junior quarterback, and that's a Windham 1st down. Home team knocking on the door. Just shy of the red zone here. Trips inside the 20 have been a rarity for both teams.
Well, this Windham offense going right now, Nick, with the other 2 phases of the game is going to be really hard. to beat. You can see the offensive line running to the line, no hands in the hips. They're pumped up, ready to go here. Let's see how they can continue.
Midway through fourth quarter, 1st and 10 Windham. Another low snap. Bergman up the middle. Flag on the play to the second level, the third level. We'll see if it stands. If it does, he's down to the 8-yard line.
Number 17, Adrian Bergman on the quarterback carry.
I don't know how a hold could happen that quickly, Nick. Wow.
Flag came out right away.
Yep, they're saying it is, though. Wow.
The flag is a holding on the offense.
Boy, that's a tough one, I'll tell you.
And again, it's a recurring problem for Windham.
Yeah, fans over there are not happy.
First penalty of the
on that
fourth
one.
quarter. But 12 penalties today for Windham, 7 since halftime.
Yeah, it's hard to find, for a hold to happen that quickly, but it would, like I say, these calls are very deliberate. You can see them right off. They're throwing that, they're seeing it, focusing in on the trenches. Boy, that's a tough penalty to take right there. Just changes all that momentum that they've had.
1st and 20. Londonderry showing blitz. Bergman to his left. And in trouble and down.
Big play.
Sacked by Majarian for the second time today.
Nigerian, I was watching him, Nick, just kind of jog and, kind of thumper out on the field. And he's just relaxing, kind of like a Travis Kelce type, just kind of ka-clump, right? And then you see him when it's action time, and the speed of this young man is at a whole nother level. That's just great speed to run Bergman down, pull him down like that. What an athlete.
Yeah, he may be a future Division I NCAA
He's
athlete.
got that frame, and he's got that side lateral quickness, Nick.
6'5", 237. He scored a touchdown today on his lone catch. It was a third quarter 23-yard score, and, of course, 2 sacks and a blocked extra point.
Number 87's been busy today for his football team, no question about it.
2nd and 25,
Another
and more
one.
Movement up front as the flags fly.
This is just unbelievable.
It's a false start in the offense.
False start against Windham. So Coach Lee not pleased.
No, he's not.
And again, his team had played fundamental football, clean football over the course of the last 6 weeks. As the Jaguars, after an 0-2 start, built up a 6-game win streak coming into today, but way too many penalties and only 6 points to show.
2nd and 35.
2nd and 30.
30, excuse me. Yep.
Might as well be second in the moon, though, as Bergman falls down. Awkwardly is ruled down at the 48 as his legs just betrayed him there.
Not much you can do there. You gotta get those cleats cleaned off, in between, Nick. But you could see he just picked up mud there. That was just mud against mud, and he slid right down. Not much you can do about that.
Brings up 3rd down.
But we've seen that around the hash mark area, Nick. We've seen some giveaway points on the field. But, boy, this is a long way to go on 3rd down.
And meanwhile, the clock is ticking. Down to 4:20 and counting. Another low snap. Bergman throws it way up in the air, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, made a bid at it, though.
Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Jacobs, the intended target. 2 men in coverage for Londonderry.
Just bear in mind, this ball was all the way down to the 20-yard line, Nick, and it's their line of scrimmage right now is at the 48.
Right.
That is incredible.
Right.
Backward movement, and all related to penalties right there, other than the fall down by the slip, I should say, by Bergman.
Yeah, that is a disastrous series for Windham. It's going to end in a punt here with 4:14 to go.
It just shows you what they can do when they started that, the first 3 or 4 plays.
There's the punt from Coviello, and it sails out of bounds.
Yeah, he was clearly going for no run back there. He just
out of bounds.
Mark it at the 28, not bad.
Got a pretty strong leg.
Yeah, Lancers will take over here again with one eye on the clock. 4 minutes and change remaining. Londonderry in front, 14-6. Lancers come in with 3 wins on the season. One of those was out of state against a very good Massachusetts opponent, but only 2 NHIAA victories. A win today over Windham, though, should put them in a tie for the 13th and final tournament spot with Nashua North.
Well,
and again, there would be a number of different tiebreakers to consider between the Lancers and the Titans, so I don't want to go there on the air here, but needless to say, if Londonderry gets a win, they are still alive technically until at least the bracket is released. Handoff up the middle.
More slipping. Wow.
Cruz never quite had his footing. He's down at the line of scrimmage, and now we get a whistle.
Well, for those folks who have subscribed today in large numbers, we appreciate it. We are almost a few away of going into the 7,000 subscriber mark, folks. If you haven't subscribed, please join us. Be part of the FNLNH Media Friday Night Lights subscriber base, and maybe we'll get over 7,000 today, Nick, before the end of the game.
That would be nice.
Thank you for all that have.
5 shy. Again, Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you in our game of the week as we have a timeout down on the field. Wyndham scored first, took advantage of a Londonderry lost fumble in the first quarter. 3-yard touchdown run by junior running back Michael Breeley. Extra point missed, or was blocked, I should say. 6-0 at that point. Second quarter, Londonderry takes the lead. Long pass from Duran to Van Avery of 38 yards. 7-6, that was our halftime score. Very low scoring. Third quarter, Londonderry's right back at it as they get another long pass. A 23-yarder this time. Duran to the tight end, Majarian. And that is where we are, 14-6. In favor of the Lancers. Now just 4 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. 2nd down and 12 out of the timeout. They keep it with Duran.
Oh, what a hit.
A little bit of room, but that whole snap shut.
Number 70.
They're saying the ball's out. The officials yet to make a ruling here. We're going to blow the whistle, and officials timeout. Wyndham was pretty adamant
let's take a look at this here if we can get a look. I don't think we're going to get a great look given the fact that it's kind of caught in a scrum there. I don't see any. We're going to see it here.
You see Robert Durkin very upset. The officials do rule it's Londonderry football. Wyndham is called the timeout.
Can't really. Oh, you may see it here.
That's the second timeout by Coach Lee.
He takes a shot right there. Bang.
That's St. Gelais as well, by the way, is the quarterback, not Duran on the carry.
Well, you might see it here best. Boy, great to have 3 angles here. Looked to me like he was down, Nick. Looks like that knee was down, and then there was some clutching and grabbing after the fact. But, hey, you can't knock Wyndham for trying to get that ball loose and get their offense back on the field.
Yeah, Jorge Rabota would have been the man to force it loose. But, again, St. Gelais was down. So we get a 3rd down and 12. Wyndham, by the way, is down to their final timeout.
Yeah, down to it really is right now. Yeah, they've got to stop them right now. Another, you look at percentages. Plenty of time right now if they can stop them and get, have 2 minutes and 50 seconds, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. But if they get another stick move here with only 1 timeout, then it gets really difficult at that point.
They're going to keep St. Gelais in the game. Remember, he did not play in the first half. He's going to toss to Cruz on 3rd and 11. Makes one man miss. Stiff arms the second before forced out of bounds by Estrella at about the 30-yard line.
That works big time. Shouldn't have gone out of bounds there. Make them use that timeout or burn another 35 off the clock. Wyndham will take that one. That's just a miscue. You want to go stay in. Make sure you stay in bounds if you're Adrian Cruz. I'm sure he would have if he had to do it all over again.
Sylvain and Estrella given credit for the tackle. A 4-yard pickup for Cruz.
Don't go away, folks.
And now a 4th down and 8 inside of 4 minutes. And again, Wyndham does still have their final timeout in Coach Lee's back pocket.
Well, it's official.
7,000. Fantastic. We appreciate it. For sure. All those who subscribed today, and of course all those that subscribed years ago as well. We appreciate all of you as we hit the milestone we were looking for this season, 7,000 subscribers. Thank you. Meanwhile, Higgins barely gets that one off. This one up in the air. May have hit one of the gunners, I think.
If you're Wyndham, you got Cruz running out of bounds. It was 5 minutes and 10 seconds. 4 minutes and 10 seconds on that clock, Nick. Now there's still 3:42, and you have possession on the 50-yard line. If you're Wyndham, you really have done the job defensively today. You can go home knowing tonight that you have done your job in a big way, given your team another opportunity. But
to your point, the defense has kept Wyndham in it. Now, can the offense score for the first time since the first quarter?
Without penalties, I think they can move the ball, Nick.
Two receivers each side, 1st and 10 from midfield. Straight ahead with Bergman.
Nice
he
move.
bounces outside to the right and picks up about 5 yards. Tackled inbounds by Van Avery.
Talk about this all the time. Watch Bergman. He is a load to stop, and he loves doing this. He does not fall away from hitting. And, you get 2nd and 5, Nick. Everything opens up for the offense. Just another short run for 3 yards. Now you're 3rd and 2.
Well, let's, again, not jump ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't want to confuse the crowd. 2nd and 5. We got a throw here. Deep down the sideline and incomplete. You can see he's upset there. May have had half a step there. Noah Philippe, the speedster, the intended target. Now we get a 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Yeah, well, I guess you can go for all of it right now, or you could incrementally work that ball down the field, burn the clock. You still got a timeout left now. You didn't have to use it,
right?
And but now you're in 2-down territory to get 5 yards,
right?
Either way.
Not 3rd and 2, 3rd and 5, which is a big difference.
Well, I said 3rd and 2, meaning if they got a 3-yard, the next.
Right.
I mean,
instead they go to the air.
They go to the air. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Now it's 3rd and 5.
But
so
it's
Londonderry,
4-down territory anyway.
They're going to pin their ears back here. You can see there's a couple blitzers looking to get after it. One of them gets loose. They throw right side. Catch is made by Jacobs.
It's going to be all on the spot here, Nick.
It's also a tackle inbounds.
That's
first
down
job by Saba.
First down.
And they needed to get to the 40. They get just past that mark there.
2:53, the clock just started running again, just got set. Don't want to take too much time here if you Windham. You got to have these plays ready to go. A lot of time coming off the clock here.
Yeah, just now breaking the huddle.
Yeah.
2:40 and counting.
Got to have that play ready in the books.
Again, a 4-receiver set. Bergman is ready. Does take the snap on 1st and 10. Throws left side. It's off target and incomplete. Trying to find Coviello.
Yeah, that was all started due to trying to rush the play. Can't get it in. Can't get the communication. It's all about flow. You got to get that play in from the sideline. Keep moving the ball down the field. But it's only 1st down that was used there. There's still 2nd and 3rd. But you can do what I like here with Windham is there's a sense of urgency, at least in the sense of the players really working hard coming off the football. They are blocking their tails off right now against a very, very good defensive line of Londonderry.
And again, Windham still with 1 timeout remaining.
Yes.
4-man front for Londonderry on 2nd and 10. Bergman, 3-step drop, throws down the seam, trying to find Jacobs, overthrows him again. Incomplete. Saba in on the coverage. And now a 3rd and 10 on the way.
Londonderry will take this all day long, these long throws down the line. The last thing Londonderry wants is a methodical pounding down the field, and it's kind of playing into the Londonderry defense for down and distance now. You're sitting at 3rd and 10 with
3rd and 10, 2:24 to go. First down stick is at the Lancer 30.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a first down here. If they do, they have plenty of time here to play with.
Brealey is the back. Londonderry will rush 4. Bergman again with time and again going deep towards the end zone, and this time it's intercepted. Picked off in the end zone by Londonderry's Devin Van Avery, who also caught a touchdown today on offense, makes a big play on defense here to put Londonderry in a superb spot with 2:17 to go. Lancers on the road with the lead, 14-6. You can see there thrown up into double coverage, and Van Avery had the inside position there, timed the jump well, able to survive the tackle attempt on the way to the ground. All in all, it's the second takeaway today by the Lancer defense.
And Londonderry has a tremendous defensive backfield, as Coach Lozon's teams always do. It's kind of throwing into the strength of the defense. One thing they did have going was Bergman running the football and passing out in the flats. Both of those things are working pretty well. But
instead, 3 deep shots consecutively
Yep.
leads to an interception. Meanwhile, Duran fakes the handoff, runs left, and gets across the 20 to the 23. That will force Coach Lee's hand. He's just called their final timeout.
He's got a call. Yep, absolutely.
It stops things with 2:10 to go. And now, again, the former Alvern head coach, out of timeouts here for Windham.
Well, regardless of what happens in this game, Windham can go back knowing that the game they played today, 2/3 of it was played very, very well. They held Londonderry Lancers to 14 points with the defense being on the field most of the day. Certainly the time of possession was heavily in the favor of Lancers here, Nick, I'm sure. Probably at least 65% is
I would
guess.
say after that first quarter, Windham had it in their favor through the first 12 minutes.
But that changed.
Since then, it has switched to Londonderry's favor.
So if you're Windham, you can go back, and it isn't like, oh, my gosh, what's wrong with my football team?
Right.
Well, a couple areas they got to improve. You got a week to do it. Yeah. But the thing about it is when you know your special teams and defense are that good, and they are, you got something to go by here. You got some critical mass that you can work with moving ahead.
Right.
But there has to be a dynamic shift in the offensive unit to be able to really be able to allow that defense to keep the offense at low scoring against you, and you got to be able to put 14 points on the board in a game.
Looking for a stop here on 2nd and 7.
Oh, great job. Look
Toss to Cruz, and the edge is well blanketed.
Well done. And who is that? Is that your buddy over there? Is that number 51?
You know who it is. Robert Durkin. How about this stat line? 8 tackles today, including a sack.
Nick, you got to start looking at this guy as one of the names in some of the final drawings of the big stuff, the big awards this year. This guy is a special player. I believe if they can get deep into the playoffs and he can showcase his talent more, it's just going to elevate him there. But, the thing about it is couldn't happen nice a guy. He is such a team player. He does all kinds of things that isn't about him, and that's what I really like about him. He's everywhere and will do anything.
Meanwhile, 3rd down and 10. Londonderry okay with running this clock all the way down to a minute 20
Can't blame him for
before
that.
calling the timeout.
Yep.
As Coach Lozon wants to make sure there's no turnover here, Steve. Londonderry not out of the woods yet with the football inside their own 20 at the 19.
Well, how about Londonderry? We're talking about Windham a lot. They're the home team today. But let's talk about Londonderry. They came here. They haven't won this game yet, but the percentages are running high here where they're going to. And if they do, you got to give this team a lot of credit for a schedule that I think is what I saw. I didn't see a tougher schedule. Let's put it that way. With any other football team, I did not see a schedule as hard as Londonderry's this year. They're young, a lot of new guys that are coming in, feeling a massive senior exit last year, and they're winning a very, very good Windham Jaguar football team right now. It's in their favor to win this game percentage. It's not over, as I said, but you got to really love the tenacity in which this team came into play today.
Yeah, again, the season on the line here. A win, by my amateur calculations, would put them in a tie with Nashua North for that 13th and final playoff spot. The two teams did not play in the regular season, so their fate unknown. A win today would also snap a 2-game losing streak for Londonderry after they dropped back-to-back contests.
Against whom, though?
Salem and Bedford.
Well, okay.
Red-hot Salem and undefeated Bedford.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Duran on 3rd and 11 is going nowhere. It's Parker Francis and Durkin wrap him up on the edge. But again, the clock, the main issue now. With a minute 5, it's still ticking. Upcoming 4th down for Londonderry.
Another point, Nick. We love coming to these games. We enjoy it. It's extremely entertaining. We love bringing it to our audience. But the most exciting thing is not only did you see a good game today, but you've also seen no injuries today.
Right.
And these guys work all their careers to get to the senior level, junior level, and get to play in essentially a kind of a backdoor playoff game, really. This is really about, especially for Londonderry.
Yeah.
And no injuries today, so these guys look like they're going to be healthy going into the next week. So that's always good. And other than Jordan Ball last night, who was injured before the game, who's healing. We saw with Pinkerton and we saw with South. Good, healthy outcome there. And,
that's always at the top of any coach's list.
Be healthy,
especially on the eaves of the tournament. So, again, congratulations to Nashua South. Big win last night. They're going to host a first-round game. Windham, win or lose today, set to host a preliminary round game next week. And, of course, Steve, you, me, or you and I, or however you say that.
Any way you want.
And the rest of the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire crew, we will be busy next weekend as well.
And what a crew we have. I'll tell you, we sit up here and call these games, Nick, but the crew with John, Kristen, and Matt today, and last night, John, Matt, and Kat Doyle, just such an important group. What they do down in the field and the elements that they suffer through and put on a great broadcast. We're so appreciative of all three of them.
And let's not forget the man behind the curtain.
I'm getting to that. Believe me. Yeah, the man behind the curtain. Will have an extended curtain call for him at the end of the game.
Sounds good.
Ben Beals.
Meanwhile, 30 seconds remaining. 4th down and 12. And again, Londonderry's got to be careful here, punting from inside their own 5-yard line. That is where Higgins is standing. He's got his heels at the 4. The Windham return man is at midfield, so the Jaguars not dead yet. 30 seconds to go. Higgins, that's a good snap. Barely gets it off. Philippe almost blocked it. Takes a bounce at the 35, and Blanco decides to come up and play it.
Boy, that was close to a face mask there.
36-yard line.
We're
All right,
see it
22 seconds remaining as Blanco's return sets up Windham in a spot here to get a couple of throws into the end zone if they want to go the deep route, Steve, or they can work the sideline. But either way, they got to be cautious here. No timeouts for the home team remaining.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
So Bergman going to break the huddle. Brealey to his right. 4 receivers, 3 strong side left at the top of the screen. Londonderry playing pretty soft coverage here. 4-man rush. Bergman, 2-step drop with time. Throws down the middle. Intercepted. Picked off again by number 18 in white, Devin Van Avery. 2 fourth-quarter interceptions. The second one is going to seal the deal for the Londonderry Lancers. They're going to get their 4th win overall this season, their 3rd against in-state competition. And there's the banging of the gong following the takeaway. 3rd takeaway today by the Lancer defense.
Well, only fitting that the Londonderry Lancers, one of the best bands in the country, never mind the state, has a big gong to bang after they win. Musical at all levels, and
that's become a tradition lately.
A tradition, yep.
Go ahead and set it up behind the bench, and then following a takeaway, bang that drum, so to speak. And that has represented the energy level today for the Lancers. They come in on the road, they get the job done, defend a halftime lead, extend it in the second half, and file it away in the 4th quarter with a 14-6 victory. So the Lancers, their fate in the hands of the tiebreaker now with Nashua North. They hand Windham their first loss since week 2. As the Jaguars
That's a long time ago.
Are going to finish up the season at 6-3 overall, 6-2 against NHIAA competition.
Don't
Coming
go away,
up,
folks.
Recap, stats, highlights, and more next. 14-6 the final. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, 14-6 is the final as Londonderry gets the win in Windham. And, well, again, hoping to get into that 13-team playoff field next week. A win today going a long way towards keeping their season alive. A loss today for Windham, their first in 7 tries, as their 6-game win streak comes to an end. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Wyndham took the lead early, took advantage of the lone Londonderry turnover in the first quarter. Short field, ultimately a 3-yard touchdown run for Michael Brealey. 6-0 our score after 1. Londonderry takes the lead through the air. 38-yard hookup from junior quarterback Sullivan Duran to junior wide receiver Devin Van Avery. Extra point good, 7-6 Londonderry at the half. Third quarter, Windham really ran into penalty issues.
Oh, yeah.
As they had 6 penalties in the third quarter alone. Couldn't move the football as a result. Londonderry extends the lead. Duran to Davis Majeri in the 6'5 junior tight end. 23-yard touchdown, 14-6 after 3. And then, Steve, we have a scoreless fourth quarter as both defenses elevated their play. In the end, when the dust settles, Londonderry gets their 4th win of the year.
Yeah, I mean, Londonderry's defense, give them credit. They did a terrific job. It just seemed every time that the offense tried to get going of the Jaguars, it just to be penalties. I'm really interested to see how many yards. It's got to be big numbers. I know you do the stats, Nick, and you're usually pretty accurate there.
Give me about 10 seconds.
Yeah, take your time. So, one of the things that as far as the effort is concerned, Londonderry did a good job on special teams, a good enough job on offense. Neither one of these offenses are juggernauts right now, but I think a lot of that speaks to how good these defenses are, and that has a lot to do with it against other teams. What'd you get?
Final penalty numbers, Windham 13 for 96 yards.
It's been a long time.
Londonderry 3 for 13.
Yeah, so there's a big stat in the game of the reasons why that is really the game to a great degree. Every time that Wyndham's offense started to move the ball down the field, then all of a sudden these penalties, next thing you know, it's second and 30. It's just there's no way that you can work it. There are cracks of light, though, in it, because every time they get Bergman outside, almost every time he runs behind a lead blocker with a fullback running through, he got yardage, Nick. But, and those holds were immaterial to the reason why he got the yardage. Yeah. So the things that you can work there if you win them. If you're Londonderry, you got to be pretty